But these motherfucking jobs, dog.
Don't get fired on here.
I'm not gonna get fired. You know what? I've been talking about our show to people and shit like that. Not everybody at work, but you know, one of the guys at work. He cool.
You gotta fill stuff out first.
I did.
You only been there a week.
You ain't been there that long.
You ain't been there long enough.
This week number 3.
You ain't doing enough filling.
Listen, I tried to tell a neighbor.
You too quick.
I tried to roll my window down.
You too
I was listening
quick
to
on the draw.
You still on probation. Like you need to.
They can get you up out that motherfucker.
Yeah, I was.
Especially since you started off these motherfucking jobs, man.
He walked in on a conversation.
And then you know you're going to say dick at least 3 times. They were like, damn, Tim really likes dick.
But they can't fire him for that.
Exactly.
What the fuck?
I never knew.
No, we going to keep up. We going to roll, bro. We just go. We starting here.
It's going to be in the bio, first thing. Tim likes dick.
That a bitch.
It's going to be a picture of a pink dick, too, next to him and shit.
I swear when Camille's gone, like y'all just...
I ain't did shit. I have done nothing.
I'll get these jokes off, goddammit.
Damn.
I'm sorry, Camille. You'll be all right.
No, he ain't.
Y'all be all right.
Yeah, that's a good place to start. Welcome to episode 118 of Technical File, the sports podcast you never knew you needed.
It's your boy, TIMKINZ, the number 3, a.k.a. Ass Ketchum, a.k.a. Mr. Give It To Me. I turned up just a little bit, but yeah, I'm happy. I'm excited to be here. Oh, yeah.
I am the Eric J.
Damn.
Only known as
The Eric J. And not joining us yet, she'll be calling in shortly, is Camille, the point guard of the crew.
Yeah, the real life Lockhart. Lockhart.
Yeah. The girl next door.
Yep.
Hold it down for all the women that love sports.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got it.
Y'all shit.
No, wait a minute. It's at the end.
What? That's towards the end, bro.
Mm-hmm,
but
oh shit.
It's alright. But I'm K. Harris, the gentleman.
The gentleman.
The everyday gentleman.
24/7.
But better known as K. Diddy.
Jabroni. Tim, socials?
So, you can find us on the Twitter and the Instagram at Technical File. Don't forget to put the K on that motherfucker.
Do it.
You can find us on Facebook, Technical File Podcast.
Mm-hmm.
You can also join our Technical File Pod Overtime group, where you can tune in with the listeners, fans, and fam.
I'll see you.
Y'all catch our show every week and shit.
Okay.
Did you give them the website?
www.technicalfile.com.
There you go.
There you have it.
I like the little light alley-oop. I fuck with it. It's the layup version. I get it.
Now let's see. Can't fumble the bag.
Hey, no, that's why I paused.
Man, this motherfucker fumble more than motherfucking any fumbling.
But I still get TDs.
You can think of nobody.
Exactly.
Because some motherfucker was just fumbling recently, dog. I'm like, damn, he fumble all the damn time.
I ain't like anybody.
Oh, motherfucking
It's too late. It's
Yeah,
past.
exactly.
Like you say every week.
Like I say every week, man. If you guys enjoy being a part of this amazing Technical File fam, share with a coworker, family member, wherever you are, friend, foe, doctor, nurse, whoever.
In Tim's case, coworker.
Yeah, coworker, you know?
Yeah.
Even if you're on probation, you might get fired for it.
I ain't gonna get fired for I ain't gonna send nothing out of line.
Welcome.
That's a bill.
Welcome. Welcome.
But anywhere that you find podcasts, you can find us. That includes Apple Podcasts,
Yep.
Google Podcasts,
Yes, sir.
Stitcher, Spotify, SoundCloud,
Yeah.
Whooshka, Himalaya,
Like a player.
iHeartRadio.
Yep.
I hot.
Yeah. And wherever you're listening to this podcast right now, we're there too. So while you're there, make sure that you like, subscribe, rate, review, anything that you can do to acknowledge that you listen to our podcast and that you enjoyed it will be greatly appreciated.
Exactly. Thank you
all
in
the time.
advance.
Just click the button.
Tech File fam.
And if we have some events coming up. Monday, September 30th, we have a question and answer at the Sherman Phoenix for
excited.
International Podcast Day.
I am excited.
So if you got questions, we got answers.
Indeed.
And coming out on October 27th, we have a Halloween party. We'll have details for you guys shortly, but just save the date.
For sure.
Be there.
And that's all we got. So let's get into it.
And leading off.
First up, we have week 2 of the NFL season.
I got you. Let me go ahead and take the ball from there, boss. Quarterback things, going on this weekend. A couple teams. First off, Buffalo defeated the New York Giants 28-14 on Tuesday. New York Giants named rookie quarterback Daniel Jones their starting quarterback going forward. No more Eli. It's time to say goodbye. Can we get a end of the road?
No,
so hard to say goodbye or something?
He don't get that much room.
Come on now, Eli. You got some rings,
you
dog.
can give him the acapella for 5 seconds.
You got the rings, dog. But Eli stats, 16 years, 232 starts. 116 and 116 was his record.
That is the most appropriate thing I've ever seen in my life.
Like he ends on 500.
He's a career 500 quarterback
with 2 Super Bowl rings.
With 2 Super Bowls,
damn
2 rings,
damn near gonna be Hall of Fame.
2 MVPs, and 362 touchdowns, which is 8th all time, with 56,537 yards, which is 7th all time.
That
Eli
actually brings up a good question though.
What's that?
Is Eli a
Hall of Famer?
Yes,
he is. He would have to be.
He got the 2 rings and he was the MVP. Listen, playoff Eli was a monster.
Yeah, that
playoff
counts.
Eli was a beast.
Yeah, that counts.
That motherfucker. I hated the Giants in the playoffs. It's like it damn near
They
felt
was
like they
scary
was
in the
always
playoffs.
gonna make it to the Super Bowl. Them motherfuckers. Granted, his defense was cold.
Like we say playoff Eli, but really it's just those 2 runs. In what? What do we say?
No, because they had another
16
run.
seasons?
They had another
Yeah,
run.
2
No, there was
runs,
like a 4-year stretch where the Giants was kind of dangerous. Granted, they didn't get that far. And then they had a couple NFC championship games that they went to. Like the Giants for a run, if they got to the playoffs, it was like every other season though. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's like every other season.
But it was never Eli. Like he was along for the ride. Like he was a competent game manager, but he was never like the driving force behind his team.
But he the
When
quarterback.
he got to the playoffs, he did a lot.
That's how it always is. The quarterback.
But
always
I mean,
get all
I'm
the
saying
glory.
like in comparison to other quarterbacks, like he
was
like,
the face plastered across it. Yeah, sure.
I've watched his entire career. Like I would say Matt Stafford is a better quarterback than Eli Manning,
I wouldn't disagree with you there.
and Matt Stafford is not a Hall of Famer.
Matt Stafford, I don't think he's in the playoffs either, so we don't know if he
No,
changed.
but I mean, I'm just saying, like, as a pure quarterback, like, as a talent, as a player, like, in terms of, like, greatness, I would say that Matt Stafford was better than Eli Manning, and Matt Stafford isn't in that conversation.
Famer, yeah.
If Matt Stafford was carried by the defenses that Eli was carried by, he would have made the playoffs, and I feel like he would have put up numbers.
Yeah.
It's possible. I don't disagree with you.
Like they put too much stock. Like it's not like Eli is responsible for those 2 Super Bowls and those 2 Super Bowl MVPs.
He didn't hurt him at all.
He did not hurt them, but he's not responsible for it. Like
He put up some big numbers, man.
He's not responsible for it. That's what I'm saying. Like it's different. It's like fucking BJ Armstrong versus Michael Jordan. It's like, yeah, they both got rings, but like one is responsible for them, the other one was just there and was a key piece to it, but it wasn't like the driving force behind it. It's like anybody could have been in that spot and
Yeah,
been
he got
successful.
rings. Yeah.
Yeah.
And if his last name wasn't Manning, like
That's the big key.
he would have got
right
benched
there.
a long ass time ago.
Because his name's Manning, he's definitely going to be in there.
Yeah.
There's no ifs, ands, buts about that. They're not going to leave a Manning out of the Hall of Fame. The most famous football family?
I
No.
don't even know what that is. Oh, Camilla's calling.
Just in time. We're talking about the Mannings.
Hello.
Yo,
Yo,
What it do?
can you hear me?
I can hear you perfectly well, Tim.
Perfectly well.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, we are at
The Mannings.
Damn. Can I talk?
The Mannies. What is
Where-
the Mannies?
We're at NFL discussion, talking about the quarterback
Aw,
changes.
who is Manny?
Mannings.
Eli Manning.
Okay. I was like, what?
We was talking about Eli being a Hall of Famer.
Yeah. Is Eli a Hall of Famer in your book?
No.
That's what I said.
Why not?
The numbers just aren't good enough for me. 2 Super Bowls, 2 Super Bowl MVPs is impressive, but other than that, I shouldn't say other than that, like that's not a big deal, but like the rest of the resume doesn't add up.
He's top 10 all time. And 2
And what?
He's 8th all time in
touchdowns.
and 7th all time in yards.
Still doesn't do it for me. He's probably gonna get in though, just off the strength of his last name though.
That's what I said.
That's what Tim said.
That's exactly what we was talking about when you
he's
called.
gonna get in.
Like they're not going to leave a Manning out of the Hall of Fame.
And like I've said this previously, but I feel like passing numbers in general are just inflated because of the era that he played in and the fact that he played 16 years.
Yeah, which is impressive. I did not realize it had been that long. Like Eli's been a staple in the NFL for a while now.
A mediocre ass staple.
A mediocre
But he
staple.
been there
He's been
playing
piggybacking
too,
for
though.
16 years.
He been playing.
Hey, his star
consistently,
actually
too.
fell when his brother got out.
I don't know if it started.
It was it was fading as Manning as Peyton faded, Eli's star faded. Think about it. Since Peyton Manning left, ain't nobody said really shit, and he sucked since he's left.
He sucked before he left.
He started
facts.
Pause.
But we've been talking about his mediocre ass way too long. So let's move on. Jets quarterback Sam Darnold is out with mono indefinitely.
Just wow. Just random. That's random. I hope he does get well. I really do hope he gets well.
Look, man, when you get mono as an adult, it sucks. It sucks.
Big facts. I had that shit when I was after my freshman year of college.
Damn.
I got it a couple years ago. I had mono, strep, and a sinus infection at the same time.
Ooh,
I was off
dying.
of work for like a month. Yeah.
That's trash.
Woo.
Fun story, really quick. The girl I was dating, I had previously been dating, had it like a month before we started talking, and she didn't tell me. So then, obviously, that's how you can catch mono, right? And then I got it, and I'm talking to her. She's like, "Oh yeah, I had that like a month ago." I'm like, "What the fuck?
You can't.
You set me up."
Right.
Is mono passed that way? Like just
Yeah,
like
it's called the kissing
That's what they
disease.
call it, kissing disease.
See, I got it because my sinus infection didn't get treated, and it kept evolving. So I never knew. I was just like, I just feel terrible.
Oh yeah,
For sure.
that's usually how it's passed, especially in college.
But yeah, and it's even worse for
Suck your face.
athletes because it makes your spleen get enlarged. So that's why he can't really play because if he gets tackled and his spleen's all messed up.
It can lacerate it more easily. It can be lacerated.
Yep.
Speaking of injuries, his backup came in and proceeded to fuck up his ankle, and he is now
Gruesomely.
out for the year.
Gruesomely.
That was gross.
And so now third stringer Luke Falk is the team's starting quarterback until Darnold returns, which they say should be about a month from now. And they lost to Cleveland 23-3. And they're 0-2.
Their third string player didn't look that bad. He had some nice throws. Like he was sitting there, he was patient. You know, he was chilling.
Might this be a any given Sunday situation?
It's possible, but
That'll be a good story.
it would because he was a really good quarterback in college. It wasn't like he was trash, but they didn't draft him. He was undrafted. I don't know why, but he was a good quarterback in college.
Literally
And
never heard of this guy before, but we'll see what he does.
Some of his throws were really nice. I was like, okay, I'll see you out here, boss.
Do you know what college he went to?
I think it was. I want to say.
Let's not guess. Let's look it up.
Okay.
While you're doing
Give me a
that,
second.
Odell Beckham Jr. returned to New York. He had 6 receptions for 161 yards and a touchdown.
Yep, showing his ass.
Washington State.
Ain't that where the other dude went?
Who?
Uncle Rico.
Oh, that's right. I know if he's from there or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he went to
Yeah, he
Washington
went to
State.
Washington State too.
Oh, damn. I'll
They-
see y'all.
Gardner Minshew is a legend already.
Yeah.
Because he threw a football over them mountains over there.
Yeah, so I think it'll be interesting to see. It'll be interesting to see.
Um,
They ain't going nowhere. That's
hell
for damn
no.
sure.
New Orleans quarterback Drew Brees tore a ligament in his thumb on his throwing hand during the game against the Rams, and he'll be out for about 6 weeks after surgery.
Damn.
Teddy Bridgewater is now their starting quarterback.
Hashtag black quarterback.
Yeah, they're
I feel
Dude,
bad
it's
for the
plenty
Saints,
of
though.
them now.
It is. It's
still
dope
not-
as hell.
It
it's
got to
still
be
not
at least
the
like a
most.
third.
It's dope as
It's
hell.
a
right
third
now,
because it's 10. 11 would be the most. We've had 10 before.
Who we got any black backups?
Yes, Josh Dobbs. For the
Yeah,
Jets.
he might be
No,
in,
not
too.
for the- is that the, not?
That's Jaguars now.
Yeah. So
I bet you. Well, we'll get to it, but I bet you the team.
and what's the name is a backup too. Used to play for the Packers last year.
yeah, but he's backing up a black quarterback.
Yeah,
Oh
sure.
no! You're thinking of Deshaun. I was thinking of the tall dude, Hundley.
Hundley.
He's backing up in Arizona, so
Well,
that's
yeah.
another black
Oh, yeah,
quarterback.
black quarterback.
Yeah.
But Deshaun Kaiser is in Oakland, or at least he was. I don't know. He might
I
got
don't know
cut.
where he is.
I have no idea.
Yeah, Oakland picked him up.
Deshaun!
I've seen that. Yeah. So let's see. New Orleans lost to the Rams 27-9, and their loser ass mentality came back to bite them because the refs cost them another touchdown.
It was disappointing to watch. I saw it happen in live time. Like, why the refs should have not blown that call dead, especially knowing that all touchdowns are reviewable.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just you got to let that play
Just
out.
let it play out.
Just let it play out.
You want to explain what happened? Anybody?
Sorry, yes.
Bueller.
They were playing. It was New Orleans against who? The Rams.
Yep.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. The Rams quarterback was throwing the ball. They thought it was an incomplete pass, but it was really a fumble. Cam Jordan picked it up, had a full team of Saints around him, running to the end zone. Clearly a touchdown, and they blew the play dead. When they challenged it and reviewed it, they saw it was a fumble, but because of the rules, you can't grant them that touchdown because the play was blown dead. Therefore, they just got the ball at the spot of the fumble recovery. So they had to have Teddy Bridgewater go like 70, 80 yards or something like that to score, which he did not.
Okay. Well,
so, yeah, they lost 7.
I'm sure we'll be hearing about this for the next year because that's how Saints fans are.
If they lose by 1 game.
Yeah. Pittsburgh quarterback Big Ben Roethlisberger tore something in his elbow, I believe, and he is out for the season.
That was another wild one. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I could tell it was going to be bad since it was non-contact. Like, he just threw the ball and started holding his elbow.
Yeah, he just kept flexing his hand and everything like that.
He said he lost some feelings in his fingers for a second.
I believe
He also said that he intends to come back stronger than ever and play out those last 2 years because he signed a 3-year deal. And he's going to do what he said he was going to do.
Oh, my gosh. Shut the fuck up.
Ain't this the same dude that's been, like, threatening to retire for, like, the last half-decade?
It is. He's also the same guy who said that, it wasn't his job to mentor. What's the backup?
Mason
who's starting now? Rudolph. He's like, it's not my job. And now he's talking about I'm going to be like an assistant coach and helping Rudolph every way I can.
I'm trying to hear that shit. I'm trying to get people to Benny, bro, but Ben he ain't it, bro. It's too many Bennies Ben done got. Can't give him no more.
I'm lost.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
But I bet you the Steelers are kind of regretting that they traded away their then third string quarterback, Josh Dobbs, last week. Because now they
need
down
another
one.
Mm-hmm. They signed a practice squad.
Yeah.
I thought. Yeah.
But
come on, bro.
They got a 5th round draft pick for the other guy, so I'm assuming like he's actually talented.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I'm actually disappointed because I was looking forward to seeing Big Ben fall flat on his face without Le'Veon and AB.
Mm.
So now I'm rooting for the
shit
Steelers to do well. So I just want Ben to look bad.
Jesus
so that
Christ.
Ben don't get his job back?
Yeah, pretty much.
That would be an interesting
that'd be crazy.
controversy.
Let's go, Mason. Hashtag white quarterback. And just a shout out to Baltimore quarterback Lamar Jackson. He continued his hot play, 24 of 37 for 272 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, and 120 yards rushing. He's the first quarterback in the regular season to have 250 plus passing yards and 100 plus rushing yards. The only other player to ever do that is the original hashtag black quarterback. Well, not the original, but you know what I mean. Colin Kaepernick in playoffs against the Packers.
That motherfucker, that game. I was like, dog, dude was running like a gazelle.
He's
I'm
a
like,
fucking goat.
What the fuck, dog? I'm just sitting there watching. I'm like, dog, make him throw the damn. He run it again. Jesus Christ.
But he was throwing the ball because he had 250 yards.
Yes, I know.
Like, he was just destroying the Packers. I couldn't even be mad.
Yeah, he had his way.
It's like, we ain't got shit to stop it. And then came back the first game of the next season, killed him again.
Yeah.
Like, his whole career is built off of destroying the Packers.
Yeah. Fact.
Like, he hate home.
I mean, that's what. Never mind, I ain't gonna get that deep. Also, shout out to reigning MVP Patrick Mahomes. He was 30 of 44 for 443 yards and 4 touchdowns. All of which came in the second quarter, right?
He had almost 300 yards in the second quarter alone.
Dude, he cold, bro.
Week in, week out, he got some motherfucker randomly getting 120 yards and like 3 touchdowns and shit. Like,
I do have to just say, because I played Hardman and FanDuel, and I was really disappointed that second touchdown got called back.
Well, you play who?
Thanks a lot, LaShawn McCoy.
You play who?
Hardman. He's one of the receivers that's way down, but I knew with Tyreek Hill being hurt, someone else had to step up. So I figured I'm going to play Hardman because he's going to be cheaper. And it was a decent plan, but that second touchdown did not come into fruition.
Just close. The Ravens and Chiefs do play each other this week, so we have a matchup of black quarterbacks again.
Dope.
Oh yeah, before we forget, Mr. $2 million watch, he got his shit off on Monday.
He been
did you say that?
He been talking about that.
Okay.
While you were looking for the school that Luke Falk went to.
For sure.
Did he wear the watch again?
He wore a $2 million watch.
Oh, this song?
Same company.
Fuck
same
kind of
company?
watch cost $2 million?
That's what I'm like, bro. Why you?
That motherfucker better make me time travel.
It was white. It might have been like crystal looking, but it was a nice looking watch.
Again,
$2
it better
million?
give me time traveling abilities. Like $2
It
million.
better be a Power Ranger watch where I can
Right.
teleport and shit.
$2 million watch.
That's actually kind of crazy. Like we do have Power Ranger watches now.
Yeah.
Not the teleporting, but
Yeah,
you can
but-
like communicate.
communicate shit. Alpha and shit.
You see that motherfucking one hand catch he had?
Yeah,
Yeah, he
That boy
was
cold.
showing out, bro.
Cold.
He was showing up.
he good.
Boy, real good.
We also had a rash of trade demands in the NFL. So
me the
NFL players
fuck out
are
of here.
getting their NBA on.
Let him go, bro.
Jacksonville cornerback Jalen Ramsey asked the team to trade him after disliking how he's been used, and he had a sideline confrontation with the head coach Doug Marrone during Jacksonville's
Yeah, I seen
13-12
it.
loss to Houston.
They had
Free
to
him till he
grab
free.
They grabbed the coach like, yo, chill out.
Free him till he free.
They did have to grab that coach. 'Cause
Hey.
the coach went over back to him. Like,
it
what's
was
good?
like, if he
I'm alone.
hey, bro, if he would have
she loose with him at home.
caught them two.
Yeah, I'm at home.
He was
I'm
for the caught
feeling
a two
comfortable.
piece.
I saw some reporter like, yeah, you know, my dad is from Brooklyn, and you don't want to mess with those old men from Brooklyn. They're kind of different. I'm like, man, Jalen would
It beat
dog
the brakes
walk.
off, dog.
Like, he
It
would
beat the
dog
brakes
walk
off
Doug
his old
Marrone.
ass, bro.
Like you can talk all crazy when you somebody boss. Like it only bad things can happen if Jalen Ramsey go off on dude.
Exactly.
So like you can kind of talk however you want to because you got
know,
the
Ability to back with his money.
right.
Exactly. He would have caught you with
He
a
ain't,
quick
he ain't gonna
uppercut.
say that shit on the street.
Hell
like,
no.
Exactly.
or even in practice. Shit.
Exactly.
Like let Jalen get traded. He ain't talking shit no more.
Oh no, he be silent.
Hey, that shit when they said when Jalen Ramsey get traded to a team, he called a quarterback trash publicly.
Which is like every fucking
All
team.
of them and shit. I was like, damn,
Like,
dog.
you can only play for the Packers or the Patriots.
Let him go. They already said they weren't trying to pay him anyways. They picked up his damn option. Was like, no, we ain't extending you though. Like, come on, bro. He showed up at the Brinks truck and shit. Yeah, okay, whatever.
Let him do him.
Let
As
him
long
do
as
him because
ballin'.
he know he the coldest.
Yeah,
he
he
cold.
ballin' up.
He not colder than the coldest, but he cold.
think he is.
The coldest.
Here
like-
you go.
His problem is that they play zone and he wants to play man.
So he wants to go to a team that plays more man, which makes sense. But
So he can
Yeah.
shine a little more.
yeah, he gonna shine. Like
Yeah.
he cold, bro. He's selling a rookie deal.
But like that's always the problem with like NFL teams because like players get drafted to fit a specific system and then the coaches change and it's a whole different system and they don't fit. So then they're not playing up to the best of their ability because they're plugged into a system that wasn't built for them.
Yeah.
It's like it makes sense.
That's how people feel about the Packers' second round pick from last year, Jackson, because he was more of a zone cornerback, and we play a lot of man. So
He's
kinda
also
lost.
buried in the depth chart right now, though. Like it's too many corners above him right now.
They just keep picking DBs.
I mean, we
Yeah.
had to.
No. I mean, I get it. I'm just saying, like, they have so many young dudes that they need to that they're trying to develop. Like, somebody gonna be the odd man out.
But our DBs get hurt all the time.
Everybody does. Jets safety Jamal Adams has unfollowed the team and removed all mentions from his IG bio. I don't know if that's anything. Might be something. Might be nothing.
He said, "I ain't never followed them." I'm like, all right,
He a
bro.
liar.
It's a lot of
He
people
a
that
liar.
monitor all of these athletes'
Right.
Twitters, Instagrams, and all of that. That's why they pick up on shit like that.
He also took the Jets out of his profile. Like before, it said New York Jets, player, and now it's gone. Like don't be lying. Like
Right.
people, people don't see that.
Just be like you wanted to change your profile. Like, don't if you
Yeah,
gonna,
like-
if you're gonna
Rebrand
lie
it.
about it, like make it something that's plausible. Like,
I ain't never.
I was gonna change it to
See, what happened was that my finger slipped.
whoever
Right.
it was. What was that? Steven Adams was He had to double tap to like a comment
Yep.
and said his finger slipped.
See, my kids is on my kids is on my
slipped
account.
My fingers
Blame your
slipped.
children or
Pause,
something.
because that sound
Jeez.
like, oh baby, my finger slipped. I was going for
Oh,
another
yeah.
one.
Don't matter.
I'm here now.
We partying right here. Stay here for a while.
Anyway, I don't have a segue for that. So,
Yeah, you
Miami defensive back Minka Fitzpatrick, he demanded a trade last week, and his trade request was granted. So he was traded to Pittsburgh for a first round pick and the swapping of other picks that don't really matter. Yeah, Miami stinks. They got blown the fuck out,
man.
43-0 by New England.
Horrible.
Again.
The Patriots defense allowed 184 yards total with 7 sacks, 3 interceptions, and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, that was my
2 almost pick sixes, bro. They only had like, I don't know, 184. They had like 123 was passing. They ain't do shit. They're like, that's depressing.
Mm-hmm. AB and his Antonio Brown in his debut with New England had 4 receptions for 54 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah, that was underwhelming. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
I mean, he got his targets. Tom Brady kept going to him. Like, it was one possession in the red zone where 3 pass plays in a row were to Antonio Brown. They just couldn't connect.
They gonna get there though.
I don't know if you ever mentioned it elsewhere, but there was an expose that came out in Sports Illustrated that kind of just gave some more context to his behavior specifically over the last couple of years. We don't really need to go into it, but that was just out there. I feel like we need to mention it. In the NFC North update, Green Bay, they defeated Minnesota 21-16. Chicago, luckily, defeated Denver 16-14.
Hey, don't call it luck.
Lucky.
You called it luck.
Don't call it luck.
Lucky.
It was luck because that call roughing the passer should not have been called.
No, bro.
No.
That was clean,
Actually,
bro.
you know what? Maybe it wasn't luck. It was the check
Luck.
cleared.
Oh, chill out, man.
As soon as he got hit, ding.
Right.
There you go.
Cash App came through.
Hey,
Dang,
as long as we got the
dog.
dub, goddammit.
And then y'all happy y'all got a kicker because somebody finally kicked a field goal.
Shit, no, you struggled last year,
Y'all
bro.
acting like the dude last
No,
year.
hey.
Dude, bro.
Hey, we struggled, B.
He missed some key kicks for y'all, but he ain't
Yeah.
missed like 16 of them. He missed some extra points too, though. But damn, he was
Exactly.
No, he missed a lot, though.
He missed.
lot, bro.
He was missing some kicks.
Exactly.
Like every game y'all was in. Y'all
Yeah,
lost
because of him. We right there and shit. Your one job is to come here and kick the ball. And you can't do that shit right. Fuck, I'm paying you for it. Fuck out of here. I'm going to get one of these kids to come kick this motherfucker. Shit.
It ain't like the Bears lost that many games last year anyways, and the games they did lost, it was
It
for
was because kick. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what's so frustrating, dog.
Like,
It's
y'all
like,
had a
bro,
kicker,
that's your job, B.
even in the playoffs.
Dog.
Even in the playoffs.
We get put off top, bro. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. Fuck them.
I do want to bounce back real quick to the Vikings and the Packers because I do want to shout out Dalvin Cook because when he's healthy, I forgot how fast he was. Like, he is fast. But I know the numbers don't look great at the end of the game as much, but the Packers defense actually did a really good job because the bulk of the yards that the Vikings got were on 4 big chunk plays. Like,
Yeah.
The Vikings always luck out with running backs.
Dog.
yeah, they really do.
Yeah, like all the time.
And they always shred the Packers.
Yeah,
Always.
definitely.
Jay Alexander should have had that pick in the end zone. If not, he should have swatted it. But I was like, damn, why didn't you just swat the damn ball?
He
had
said that.
another,
He said that he lost the ball. The sun got in his eyes and he lost it. And then the other one he definitely should have had. He should have had 2 picks.
Yeah.
But there's a reason why he's a DB and not a wide receiver.
Exactly.
And then rounding out the NFC North, Detroit defeated the Chargers 13-10.
I was not expecting that.
Well, me neither.
At all. I was like, oh, Detroit finna get smacked. No.
Detroit, the Lions was lying and the Chargers were charging. It was a lot of mistakes in that game.
Lots of
Getting
injuries.
injuries out of the way, we have... actually, you know what, Tim? You can do it.
I got you. Dallas wide receiver Michael Gallup, meniscus, out 2 to 4 weeks. Los Angeles Chargers tight end Hunter Henry, tibia plateau fracture. To be decided.
Can we stop talking about the injuries?
Man, dog. New York Giants wide receiver Quincy Enunwa, neck, out for the season. Philadelphia wide receiver Deshaun Jackson, abdominal strain, 2 weeks. New England left tackle Isaiah Wynn, he's on the IR with his foot. Like, for them, that's huge because he got to protect Brady. You got to protect the money.
Left tackle? Oof.
I mean, looking at their schedule coming up, like, I don't think they really got much to worry about. Like, they're probably going to go 7-0.
You know what was crazy, too, about the Miami game? Like, Tom Brady did not have a great game. It's just the fact the defense was so good
It was
that,
Like,
it put them in a great position.
Yeah, it was basically a scrimmage. Like, they could work out all the kinks. Like,
Yeah.
that's why they were force-feeding AB. They're trying to get their timing down.
I feel bad for the Miami players, though. It's finna be a long...
That's horrible.
Wait,
Being in
and then
that locker
Cleveland,
room?
lucky ass, they barely beat the damn Jets yesterday. Regardless of what the score say, them motherfuckers barely beat the Jets.
Baker looking shaky.
I
Dog.
don't know what he on, B. He gonna shake
Missing
out.
wide open throws.
Shaky.
I think he just got to settle down. He just a little excited right
Dog, he need to do something, find something, read something. Because the next 5 games they got ain't no hope, bro.
now. Read something.
Like they got
Do
the
you know
Pats, they got the Seahawks.
Do you know the next 5?
Shit, let me pull it up real quick. They had the Pats, they had the Let me go in here and do that real quick. Hold on, give me like
Odell keep showing out. I mean,
in the
They gonna make
touchdown
him
Odell
comfortable.
had, that big chunk play was a slant route. And Odell did all the work.
yeah. Facts.
Odell just took off.
It's been the story of his whole career.
okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, they got the Rams, Ravens, Niners, Seahawks, Pats is the next 5.
Ooh,
Damn, are all of them undefeated?
Yeah,
damn. Yeah.
That's
all
the
of
next
them.
5 for New York or for Cleveland?
That was for Cleveland.
Yeah.
Yeah, they finna.
Y'all better write
If they
that
play
shit
like
real
they play,
quick.
ooh,
That's
they finna
rough.
be out the game quick. And they got a bunch of divas. Them motherfuckers finna be on the sideline pissed. Myles Garrett can't stop getting penalties and shit.
Yeah.
Like they finna be pissed over there in
It'll get-
Cleveland because
it'll
it
get
still
ugly
come
quick.
down to coaching. And they had a point last night. Just because everybody, it's like the Philadelphia Eagles. That damn Pro Bowl season. Oh, we got the best squad. Da, 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 da. I ain't saying this that team, but they looking like it. Because them motherfuckers was getting smacked that year. And on paper, this Cleveland team supposed to be cold. You got down to your 3rd string quarterback on another team. That's the only reason why y'all barely eked out 20 more points.
Damn.
Like, y'all in for a wild fucking ride, dog. They finna riot in Cleveland.
And low key, the Jets, the 3rd string, Falk had put them on like a little drive, but then Le'Veon Bell fumbled in the red zone. So
That's who I was thinking of earlier. That motherfucker always fumbling.
But he also still
hey,
played one of the best
Le'Veon
running
was
backs.
balling.
Yeah.
He was.
I was gonna say, like, I'm glad my guy got paid because they about to run him into the ground.
Oh my
Hell
god.
yeah.
That's what I was
Swear they
thinking
are.
last night. It was every play Le'Veon.
I think he had 31 touches.
Jesus
Wow.
Christ.
That's a lot.
It was
of
just
fucking touches,
obvious.
bro.
He was going to Le'Veon.
Doing that the whole
I'm like,
year.
damn.
That's all the fuck they got.
I mean, Robbie Anderson caught a couple passes.
Stop it.
Robbie Anderson.
They got Demarius Thomas, but they ain't use him.
Washed up.
He got hurt. He got hurt during the game.
I thought he came back.
Did he?
got hurt.
I know it was like a hamstring or something. I thought he was out for the rest of the
Oh, he
game.
ain't
Damn.
probably coming from the ham.
Yeah, they ain't
From the
nothing.
hammy.
Damn.
Got a stretch. Oh, my bad.
Real quick, some about ham. For some reason on 2K, one of the celebrations you can do in the park is like you pulled your hamstring. And I don't know why it's so funny to me. It looked like the old Game Day '99 animation when they be holding their hamstring and just running down the running down the sideline.
Speaking of 2K animations, what's his name? J.R. Smith was geek. Like, they have his handshakes with Kyrie and Tristan
for
Thompson
real?
in the game. Like,
Uh-huh.
like, it's a clip of him reacting to it. He's like, oh, what? It's cold.
Yeah, he was super geeked. He tagged them and everything.
Right.
Look what they got in the game.
Oh,
He was
trash
like,
over there.
how high was JR with?
He
like,
probably
'cause
stupid high.
he looks
Oh,
smacked.
he was high. He was, he he just got done finished smoking a whole cane by himself. He was cool.
He living his best life, yo. Like, real talk. All you do is smoke. You just
Henny.
dog. And you in the NBA, bro. And you don't even got to do nothing. Just come and hit a few threes. You good. Sit down.
Well, he
Real
ain't in
quick.
the NBA right now.
Yeah, I know it.
Yeah.
He'll be-
Real quick for the drinkers, I actually saw on Facebook. Apparently, if you get the strawberry lemonade, Minute Maid, and mix that with some Hennessy, apparently it's delicious. That's what the internet's telling me.
All right, well, we got to put that to the test.
All right. Excuse me. MLB injuries. It's been a big week for him.
MVPs.
Like, basically, right after we left the studio last week, Christian Yelich fouled a pitch off of his kneecap, and he broke it. And he's out for up to 6 weeks. Which means he can come back for the World Series.
These motherfuckers on a tear.
They are.
They won 11 out of the last 10 damn games.
Flip it.
11
Just
of the
when
last
they
10.
Flip it.
Wait. 11 of the last 10?
11 of the last 10 games.
I told him to flip it. He ain't catching
You
it.
can't win more
She's
than
trying to save you. She tried.
Sorry, 10 of the last 11. My bad.
He still
That's
ain't
why dude's just
catching
looking at me like, he's like, bro, you ain't gonna catch that. Sorry, 10 out of the last
She
11.
led you to the
She
water.
did. I ain't want to drink it though. I wanted that
I ain't
purple stuff. I wanted some Kool-Aid.
I am not Parks.
I want some drink, baby.
You said Hennessy.
But no, they on a freaking tear right now, bro. And I'm like, how you gonna go on a tear and then Yelich get hurt like this and shit? But they finally pitching. No, let me correct myself. They finally hitting.
Well, how long that's gonna last, though, bro?
Trash.
Bro,
Yeah, pitching trash,
Josh
bro.
Hader almost gave up, and if Bron didn't hit that damn grand slam, we'd have took that L because Josh Hader giving up home runs.
You know how playoff baseball is, bro.
I'm like, what the
pitching is a
fuck?
whole nother level. of
Hey, at
playoffs.
this point, I just want to get there. Like,
just get there.
stranger things have happened.
Yeah.
Hey, 10 out of the last 11.
Yeah.
We got, I think,
There
what,
you go.
17 games left or something? Oh, shit, damn.
You breaking mics?
Had to move Ken out the way.
We whooping to the ass. Pardon me while I whooping the ass.
Nah, it's going to be a close race. I think we're only a half a game behind the wild card now.
Like for the first spot or the second spot?
Both.
Oh, like they're tied.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's real close.
Can pull it up right
I
now.
thought they took the lead when they beat the Cubs, but then they lost it back when
No, the Cubs won like the last 4 or 5 games in a row, too. They've been balling.
because then they lost the game to the
Cardinals.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah, they lost to the Cardinals. So the standings right now, AL is
We ain't at that far
decided.
yet?
Oh, we ain't decided that far yet? Oh, baby.
We ain't
I thought he was just
yeah.
going
It was a slight
throw
detour.
him out there.
Sorry.
Yeah. You was rolling.
Yeah, it was.
I was gonna let you roll.
All right, who we got?
sorry, the
Oh.
Angels.
I got it. I was supposed to be calling. My bad. You said Christian Yelich, right?
What?
We did
Shohei
that
Ohtani
What is going on?
for the Angels.
He just Carlton me.
I was like, what is going on right now? I'm hearing I'm lost as a motherfucker right now.
No, we together now. Los Angeles
cool. Go
Angels
off, bro.
pitcher and designated here Shohei Ohtani.
Mm-hmm.
He hurt. He out for the season. I'm like, damn. Then Mike Trout. He had like a nerve issue in his foot. He out for the season.
Well, I mean, that season was already over anyway. But
Yeah, pretty
So
much.
wasn't Mike Trout? Isn't he like the leader for the AL MVP again this year?
He was up there.
Yeah.
So do you think that he still gets it, although he got injured? Like I know Yelich too was like top of the.
Yelich is a lot hitting the MVP race in the middle for the NL is a lot closer than LA's, but I mean,
You gotta.
so with Trout's injury, yeah. To answer your question, yes, I feel like he still get the MVP even though he's hurt. And the NL with Christian Yelich is different
Okay.
because you still have Cody Bellinger over here still fucking balling over here,
Yeah.
and then you
Yeah.
have Pete over there in fucking Mets
Pete
still.
Alonso.
Pete Alonso over there still smacking home runs and shit like that.
He's an MVP. He's an MVP consideration. Not
Yes,
just like
he's
rookie
43
stuff?
home
Wow.
runs as a rookie.
Oh my!
So he's
Who's the
an
dude
MVP.
from Colorado. He was up there too, right? Arenado or whatever.
Well, he was, but not necessarily no more. Like I think Anthony Rendon then took his spot. But it's like
Let me be Charles Barkley. Who he play for?
Let me tell you 2 seconds. I was just looking at him. My phone been acting kind of goofy. Sorry about
Don't
that.
know people.
Real quick. Oh,
Go ahead.
she hurt.
You watching WNBA?
I am watching the
Nationals. Sorry.
No.
the LA Connecticut game. It's a minute 50 left right now, and it's a 8-point game.
Who up?
Connecticut's up. Connecticut,
Oh, that's your squad, right?
man.
Yeah, Ogre. Well, I forgot what her name. She be pulling.
Williams.
Courtney Williams,
Yeah,
she be pulling.
I was like, yo,
Pulling.
she has green light all day.
She just a little dog. Like that's why I love the way she play.
Yeah, she be
Can't
balling.
call a woman a dog.
I sure can. When we're talking about sports, she's definitely a dog on the court.
Sparks need to
What I'm saying?
win.
Woman, dog, calling her a bitch. Anyway,
Damn,
Oh, yeah,
dog.
that is facts there.
That's a stretch. You know what I'm talking about.
you a woman, so you can say it.
Yeah,
Yeah, Anthony Rizzo is out for the next 5 to 7 days.
that's trash.
But I mean, they getting hurt. We're trying to get. Well, shit, we got hurt too.
Yeah, I don't think that any injury that can happen to the Cubs is bigger than Yelich going out for the Brewers. So
No.
Yeah,
No.
facts.
But our schedule is easy as shit. Like
Yeah,
we got the
And don't
Padres, Pirates.
sorry.
Go ahead. No, we got the Padres,
Don't,
the
don't,
Pirates,
yeah.
and the Rockies with the Reds.
Didn't he say sorry? He would let me go talk, and then he kept talking. Okay, just wanted to make sure I'm not tripping.
That's your
Yeah.
man.
Well,
Tim
that's what
Carlton
happened.
all week.
These your
You know, I'm
man.
not at the party this week. I'm just on this Mucinex.
Which the same thing.
I don't know. It ain't the same thing.
Ooh, that sounds gross.
But don't. It is gross. It's been a very gross week. Don't the Cubs play like the Cardinals? Or
Yeah,
two
they
of the
play
teams
each
that's
other
in the
a lot.
chase.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, we don't play none of them.
All right. Ball and Family. On the latest episode, there was an interaction between Lonzo and LeVar regarding the future of Big Baller Brand after the Alan Foster, what do we want to call that, controversy? Scandal. So I don't know if you'll be able to hear while I play this clip.
Can I give a little background while you get it all queued up? Because I'm a big Ball in the Family fan.
Give us some color.
So Lonzo, where we're at in the story, because this is of course delayed, because Lonzo hasn't even gotten traded at this point. LeVar has been trying to restart the Triple Bs. He went out and hired 3 different people who have experience running, actual organizations, unlike Alan Foster. And
who would have thought that would be a good,
good idea, good investment.
Who would have thought?
Investing in investment.
One of the business guys said that we need to have a meeting with all the boys because you keep saying they're in, but I need to hear from their own mouth that they're in because it depends on what they want to do, especially Lonzo. Like, we need to know where Lonzo is at to know where we can go. So the dad's finally, okay, I'm going to call this meeting. And Lonzo had been avoiding his dad. Like, he's not been going to family dinners. He's been kind of just hanging back because he doesn't want to have the conversation. He's been trying to avoid it. Because he's like, I love my family, but I don't want to talk business. Like, I just want to be able to be around my family, but my dad can't separate the two. So finally, Lonzo is like, okay, I'm going to come with my people. We're going to have this meeting. So at the table, it was like Lonzo, Demo, some of his people. I forget the bald dude's name, but he works for the Big Baller Brand. He's one of the guys who got hired. And then there's LeVar. So at one point, you're going to hear Lonzo actually ask the question, what do you think? The guy never responds because LeVar's going to cut him off. But the guy he was asking is the business dude for the company. So, yes.
All right.
Would you change the name?
Hell no, I wouldn't change the name.
I'm just saying from a marketing standpoint.
From a marketing standpoint, regardless of what it is.
I'm just saying, that's my opinion. I'm just asking a question.
I'm just saying. Triple B is always going to be the name. On the fact that it also stands for the 3 Ball brothers. I'm not changing that at all.
What's your opinion on that, Joe?
I don't give a about his opinion.
I just want to hear.
But no, listen to me, son. When I come up with a name and then somebody tell me to change it, that's like me telling me to change your name. That's like people saying, hey, change Lonzo's name to Alfonso on the fact that he's been damaged goods for the last 2 years.
The brand is demolished right now.
The brand is not demolished. Okay. That's how you feel the brand is demolished.
That's everybody feels.
Who's everybody?
The world.
The world? That's the consumers you talk to?
Yeah. It's all messed up right now.
Why is it messed up? Because one person did something bad?
He was the main person.
He wasn't the main person.
He ran everything.
Dang, he didn't run everything.
All right. That's my opinion.
Who the one signing autographs? Who the one taking the pictures?
You set it all up?
That means you're running everything as far as what? Who's the Big Baller brand?
All right, you got it.
Ain't no Alan Foster gear. It's Big Baller. Here's the thing. If you have a goddamn tree and a bad apple falls off the tree, you don't chop the goddamn tree down.
He was more than apple, though. He was the branch.
Cut the branch. You don't cut the whole tree down.
The tree did fall down, though.
How did the tree fall down?
Why are we restarting everything?
How did the tree fall down? I created it before Alan even got here. I said the 3 Ball brothers for you guys. I don't care who helped me get this started, but I come in with the vision like, you know what? We're going to have our own right here. That's why I didn't go everybody else's way.
All right, you got it.
You done, bro.
Not ain't about me got it.
You got it, man.
No, first of all, don't say you got it, man, to me. You're the one got to make it grow. I made you guys superstars for a reason. But if I don't do the things that I'm doing, Zoe, it's just another regular old player.
Damn. That's the last thing you gonna say? Wow.
It's a lot. Like, I don't even know where to start. You got thoughts?
Exactly.
He ignorant as shit, for one, and incompetent.
I mean,
Your name, Camille?
I didn't know you said Camille. My
Could you
bad,
ring the bell,
dog.
please? Could you ring the bell for me,
My
please?
bad, dog. I'm chill in the corner.
too excited over here.
Was talking about dicks. Like, what the fuck?
Exactly. Oh, wait till you hear the beginning of the episode. That's by the way.
They ain't gonna be there.
By the way. No, they're there. Leave him.
it's definitely
Leave them there.
Really quick, apparently the meeting with Antonio Brown's accuser in the NFL, that meeting lasted 10 hours.
Damn.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's on the little scroll thing at the bottom on ESPN right now. But I thought LeVar Ball was out of pocket. I respect Lonzo a lot more because I know how hard it was for him to even have that conversation. You can tell even through his interactions that he's not trying to cause a stir. He's trying to walk that line of like expressing how he feels but being respectful, which is sometimes hard to do with parents.
Exactly. Absolutely.
And I respect him for that wholeheartedly. And I felt like LeVar Ball was out of pocket because, yes, I mean, part of the marketing stuff and whatnot was genius behind Big Baller Brand. I understand why you would feel that way, but you weren't actually on the court playing. Like, that's Lonzo.
Yeah.
And to throw his injuries in his face as his parent?
That's trash.
Like, that you don't do that. That's trash.
Yeah.
And like, to be honest, you could blame the shoes for his injuries.
Yeah.
He
Exactly.
even admitted to that.
Yeah. Like, you
That
put
they wasn't
him in
ready.
substandard
Apparel.
that affects his livelihood.
And then half-assed on actually giving the people their damn product.
And from what I can tell, like, he wasn't hands on. So like when he said like he wasn't running shit, like he was running shit because you delegated the day-to-day
Everything.
operations
Yeah.
To
of
one
it.
person.
He's like, he went out there signing autograph. Yeah, that's the fun shit. Like, you're not actually running the organization. Like you toss that to somebody else.
Like
I
you said,
don't
you
want to
gotta
do
sit
that. I had the vision. You know, and then you hired the wrong person to execute it. Like,
Yeah.
that's on you. And when he's saying like the shit is tarnished, like, he's saying the consumer thinks that. Like, you like, it don't matter what the consumer. It does
does.
matter.
Who
That's
gonna buy
the
your
person you
shit?
know. That's a person. Those are the people that you are selling to. So like, what they
Exactly.
You have to pander
determine,
to.
right? Like that. What they determine is what is most important. Because if your name is trash with the consumer, like, you have no product to sell, or you have no market to
Exactly.
sell your product to.
Yeah.
So he's showing his business ignorance. I mean, he's showing his ignorance in
Yeah.
general.
Yeah.
And like, you can tell that this ain't the first. Like, Lonzo is like, I'm not getting through to you. Like,
Right,
it's
you
whatever.
got it,
And
bro.
like, that's what pissed him off because then you're not getting a response. Like that. That shit. That's my Jedi mind trick. Like, when I deal with certain people, it's like, all right, okay, and like that pisses them off more. It's like, you not acknowledging like
Yeah.
their ignorance. Like, they just want to go back and forth, and it's like, no, you just want to hear. Like, you just want to hear that you right.
Yeah. You trying to convince yourself right now.
So, like, hats off to him. Like, I feel like he needs to, like, I'm not gonna say it's complicated, like you said, because it's mixing family with business. But I think that he's getting to the point where he gotta separate. Like, he gotta, it gotta be, you gotta be dad. Like, you aren't running my business anymore.
Yeah.
And I think part of the reason that LeVar put so much pressure on Lonzo is because I think LeVar understands that if Zoe doesn't roll, Jello and Melo ain't rolling either.
Yeah.
Like, they're going to follow their brother. And I think, LeVar knows, like, hey, if I don't got my boys promoting the brand, there ain't no brand.
Not at all.
I mean, he's been the face of the brand, to be quite honest, for the last couple of years. But yeah, like you said, if you don't have the backing of the ones that are actually out there on the court, like, we can throw Jello out. Like, no offense, but he's not.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
He's not factoring into the calculus with this.
Yeah.
And
It's the
sorry,
other-
Jello.
No, like, and that's no disrespect to him. It's just like,
I'm sure he realizes this.
right?
too.
Like, he knows.
Yeah, tough
like, you
break.
couldn't. Yeah. Anyway, but it's the other two. So if they doesn't have the backing of them, like, there isn't anything. But like, this is everything from this clip just speaks to his narcissism. To be quite honest, like, it's all about LeVar. It's always been all about LeVar, and
Especially
he
the
sees
last
his
thing.
sons as
Jesus
like an
Christ.
extension of himself. But he doesn't see them as like individual people with their own thoughts and opinions.
He's just an everyday
The
player
most-
if he wasn't doing the shit that he was doing.
Yeah, like I did this. I created
That's
this.
some
I gave you
bullshit.
your basketball jeans. I gave you X, Y, and Z. It's like,
I gave you this height. Like, come on, bro. Like, he's just wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And I
They
feel
gotta
like
be-
if it don't work with Lonzo, he's just gonna fall back on Melo or Jello.
Melo.
Like, because Melo stars rising.
yeah. But also,
he's
like,
actually really good.
like speaking to what Camille said though, like, I feel like if
Melo ain't gonna roll.
if he can't keep Lonzo under his thumb, like, Melo's just gonna follow his brother. He's gonna be like, oh, I can break free too.
Yeah.
It's like,
I
that's
mean,
what-
when the scandal happened, Melo commented under Zoe's stuff saying, thanks for getting us out.
yep.
Like, they gonna roll with Zoe. And I don't blame them.
Ooh, that's tough.
But it's messy.
Yeah.
And it's hard to like keep like criticism of a parenting style out of it because like I don't want to get into all that, but like just from a pure like basketball business standpoint, like we can tell who Like
We're in the
there were
house.
things that were done wrong,
Yeah.
like within this, and that were easily correctable, but because certain people are very bullheaded, like they're just gonna keep like doubling down on everything.
Best of luck to Zoe.
Yeah, for sure.
And if you do want to, tune into Ball in the Family, next week is when he finds out he gets traded. So it should be a good. It should be a good episode on Facebook.
No. I'm saying like he finds out on Twitter.
Yeah. So it's like all the stuff around him. Finding that out.
Man, we did them bogus.
Yeah.
Kinda.
I mean, you could have told
like,
the man. You could have told the man. You
Could've given
know
him
it,
that.
but it's different between knowing and knowing.
But it wasn't official. Like y'all had this conversation when I was gone. Like it wasn't official. So like there wasn't really anything to
Yeah.
like announce.
But it's
Like
like, throw it out like, yo, your name
and
for
it's not like you. It's not like he. If he's on Twitter to find out he got traded, it's not like he wasn't on Twitter to find out his name was in trade talks.
Yeah.
Or he could just been on Twitter, minding his business, trying to check out some videos.
It's
And
filth
next thing you
on
know, he hit
Twitter.
the home button, bam, his
I'm
face on another jersey.
This shit's been going on since what, early February?
Still,
Like,
like
it's
again,
been
it's the
talked
difference
about
between
all the time.
knowing and knowing.
I'm sure they called him at some point. Like, this is what's going down. We got the trade package finalized. Y'all, you going to New Orleans?
So it's his fault he found out on Twitter before the GM called him?
Again, like if it leaks on Twitter before shit is finalized, like yeah,
The shit gets leaked after it's finalized.
it got leaked before. It's like they're in deep trade talks or whatever.
They should have
and,
called
like,
him
this-
by then. But hey, listen, you
Your
more than
name
likely
out
on your
here.
way out. Something.
Real quick. Cam Newton's status for Sunday is up in the air because apparently he re-aggravated his foot injury from before.
Damn.
Yeah, Cam gonna be showing up in a bonnet next week. Talking about how he wish he could play the week after, bro. Like,
In a bonnet.
I hope he gets better because Cam is nice
I'm
when he's
mad
healthy,
you
but right
said
now
a
he's not.
bonnet.
A bonnet. He wear bonnets for sure.
He doesn't have a need to wear a bonnet.
But he still wears
He
one.
ain't got it. Never
He
mind.
wraps his hair at night. He ain't got none.
He dressed like Velveteen
You know
Dream.
what? You know what? He does have a need to wear a bonnet. I take that back.
He got one
He
here.
can wear a bonnet. He does have hair. I take that back.
Velveteen
It's all matted
Dream,
together, but
bro.
it's-
He wrap his hair at night.
He definitely cannot wrap that. He cannot.
Pass
It'd
me
be
my
dope to see him
bonnet.
get the super fly perm though.
Yeah, you can
perm?
burn dreadlocks.
You got to cut it all out.
I'm just
They're
saying.
locked.
Oh, you say if he just had
Like
a
if he
perm?
had the hairstyle, damn.
the super fly hairstyle?
Yeah,
No,
I can see him doing that and then dressing the way he dressed. I can see him pulling that shit off.
He'd have to cut all his hair out and start growing it all over.
That's
Hypothetically,
funny. He gonna be like that uncle off of Proud Family. I don't know if you remember. You remember?
Bobby. Yeah, I love me some fruitcake. This not like the bottom of somebody's bouquet. Oh,
Hey, dog was funny as a
Bobby was that was such an entertainer. That
Yeah.
motherfucker was hilarious.
super funny.
They bringing it back, I think.
I heard, yeah.
Yeah.
I hope it's real.
I used to love the Proud Family.
Hell yeah.
Clearly, like you just pulled that. You pulled that.
Exactly.
out.
I didn't remember none of that until he started
Bobby
saying it. I
was the
like,
shit.
that's
No, he
funny.
was my favorite character.
That's funny.
All right, moving on to WWE. Clash of Champions was this Sunday. Did anybody watch?
Champions.
I was
did
trying
not.
to, and I was falling asleep on it.
Oh, I fall asleep. I ain't mad at you, brother.
It was a good night at the Kingston household. Goddamn.
I hear you.
Sip of the tongue. Sip of the tongue.
That's what did it.
So I ain't finished watching wrestling.
Damn, you ain't even finished.
I said watching wrestling,
Just fell
motherfucker.
asleep. Gang.
But the shit that I did see was cool.
What did you see?
I seen the Sasha match. I did see the Sasha match. I seen the Charlotte match. I seen the
You seen that
Raw
thing?
tag team and SmackDown tag team for the men's.
Uh-huh.
And that was it. Because I was like, at this point, all these belts was changing hands. I'm like, damn, everybody losing. Oh, yeah. I was like, damn, everybody losing their title tonight and shit. Because
That's
Seth
up.
them lost it first. And then
I didn't like that the New Day lost. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fucking revival. And all that. Come the fuck on. Anyways, so I saw them lose back to back. I was like, damn. So AJ Styles was on the pre-show?
Oh,
Or was he?
Yeah.
Like, damn, AJ on the pre-show? What the fuck? I was hoping they let him lose the belt so he could go back into the title picture.
I will say though, I knew Charlotte wasn't gonna win because of all the stuff that's happening with her dad, and WWE always punish you for stuff other people be doing.
I'm wondering if they're just like getting pieces in place for the draft. Like we'll get to that later, but like there's a draft coming up, and like we saw that at WrestleMania, like certain title changes happen because they're trying to get stuff in place so that they can move people to different brands.
I wonder I don't know if they would actually do this in corporate America, but I wonder if Vince had the corporations do a draft. Like, y'all both have a stake in my company and shit like that. How about y'all have an actual draft, and the players that they're going to draft on the shows is the ones that the actual companies got? I would think that's fair. But who knows? That's like too right. Too much right.
Oh, so like Fox draft?
Yeah, like Fox and fucking TNT had an actual draft. Or USA, I'm sorry, had an actual draft, like in Vince's office and shit. And then they were like, okay, well, we'll curate the shows around your actual draft picks.
Oh, okay.
It stops all the shit about which superstars are going to be on my shows and shit like that.
I'm sure there's some type of negotiation that goes into who's on what brand and how they do that. So I don't know if it's necessarily a brand, a draft, but like there has to be some type of mechanism in place for like them to put in their bids. Like, oh, we want these 8 wrestlers, and then they make selections from there.
Yeah. But you made sense though.
It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting because it's supposed to be like a legit brand split, like they did before when they started this shit. Like, we'll see, but that's how it's supposed to be. That's what it's been talked about.
NXT is dope though. I just hope it keeps the same energy. You know.
I hope. But Vince Ham,
Adam Cole, that's
baby.
That's my dude. Bro.
Well, we'll get there.
Adam Cole is a dude.
By a 39-0 vote, California State Senate voted to pass the Fair Pay to Play Act. The proposed legislation would make it illegal for California schools to take away an athlete's scholarship or eligibility as punishment for accepting endorsement money. How do you feel about this law? And yeah, actually, hold on. Sorry, I got more background. The bill now moves to California Governor Gavin Newsom's desk. He will have 30 days to decide whether he will sign it into law. The NCAA opposes the bill because it would make it illegal for California schools to follow the NCAA's rules on players' ability to make money by selling their rights to his or her own name, image, or likeness. The association is open to updating its rules to better fit the 21st century, according to the NCAA's Board of Governors. But they want to make those changes on a national scale rather than state by state. The Board of Governors letter said that California's law, if nothing changes nationally before it goes into effect in 2023, will result in California schools being barred from national NCAA competitions. The spokesperson said he fully expects some resolution would be reached on a national level before 2023, which would avoid the situation in which California schools would be kept from NCAA competition. So I just said a bunch of stuff. Thoughts? Yeah, I got it.
So I commend them for allowing athletes to finally get some money. Granted, I know the counter argument for a lot of people is that they're going to go to the more expensive schools with a better offer, or whatever the case may be. But it gives athletes a chance to get some money. I think it's interesting on the NCAA to try to cut out the California schools if this does happen, because that's really one of those, like, let's play chicken. Like, are you really going to bar Cal and USC? Like, really?
Stanford, UCLA.
Like, you really gonna bar them historic NCAA colleges? Not necessarily because they're historic schools, but more so just for the NCAA's purpose. Them programs have had a history of success. You really gonna bar all of those schools?
That's what they said.
Shit. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see, because I think Georgia has already started the process of doing the same thing.
I think South Carolina.
Oh, yeah,
South Carolina. One of the Carolinas.
Yeah, South.
Yeah, so
which is Clemson, South Carolina University. So
you gonna get rid of them? We'll see. I think they gonna pull that card.
I mean, I don't know. I think the NCAA is trying to save face now by talking about how we want it to be on a national scale. I don't think they expected this to actually
go through,
get as much traction as it has gotten. Like, to pass, what was it, 39-0?
Yeah.
Like, I think they probably saw that and was like, crap. Like, I think they're starting to see that the way that they conduct business is no longer
acceptable.
Like,
yeah, people ain't rolling unless you're Tim Tebow.
Which I'll play that clip in a minute, but I'm just curious as to what grounds they even have to stand on for amateurism to be, in play here, because every aspect of college sports now is professionalized except for the athletes. Like, it's not like you have volunteer coaches that are, faculty members at the school, or like the money gets pumped back into the school. Like these are for-profit enterprises. So I don't like people are always like, oh, that's going to be the end of amateurism. Like amateurism went out the window like a century ago. Like you can't even like it's a farce that you even call it amateurs anymore. The only aspect is they can't accept money for their play anymore. Pretty much. Everybody else involved in the operation has their hands out and is taking the money. So, like you said, Tim Tebow is about the only person defending the NCAA at this point, aside from the coaches and administrators who's getting paid. And he had this to say on First Take.
I have a little credibility and knowledge about this because when I was at the University of Florida, I think my jersey was one of the top-selling jerseys around the world. It was like Kobe, LeBron, and then I was right behind them, and I didn't make a dollar from it. But nor did I want to, because I knew going into college what it was all about. I knew going to Florida, my dream school, where I wanted to go, the passion for it, and if I could support my team, support my college, support my university, that's what it's all about. But now we're changing it from us. From my university, from being an alumni where I care, which makes college football and college sports special, to then, okay, it's not about us, it's not about we, it's just about me. And yes, I know we live in a selfish culture where it's all about us, but we're just adding and piling it onto that, where it changes what's special about college football. We turn it into the NFL, where who has the most money, that's where you go. That's why people are more passionate about college sports than they are about NFL. That's why the stadiums are bigger in college than they are in the NFL, because it's about your team. It's about your university. It's about where my family wanted to go. It's about where my grandfather had a dream of seeing Florida win an SEC championship. And you're taking that away so that young kids can earn a dollar. And that's just not where I feel like college football needs to go.
That's fair,
There's that opportunity in the NFL, but not in college football.
Anybody want to go first, or can I take this?
You can go ahead. I see you ready to.
Boy, if you don't shut your... No. Let's go point by point. So he says that if this were instituted, the money would dictate where people go. How's that any different from what's going on right now?
It still does.
Yeah.
That's what
Like
boosters
the
are for.
biggest schools bring in the best players
Yeah.
because they have the most money to spend on facilities. They have the most money from boosters that can pay people under the table. It's not a level paying field now. It's not like Duke and Fairfield can get the same quality of athletes to go to their school. It's like there's already a haves and have-nots. If anything, this will open up a level playing field because these schools can then actually, entice a player to come there because they have more money. Right.
Somebody else don't got because they tied it up.
Right. And like players are always going to go where their opportunity is best. It might not just be dictated by money. It's opportunity to play. It's the coach plays a certain style that fits their play style. You know what I mean? Like
Opportunity for the league, because some cats like to play. Some cats already realize they're not making it. They just like to play. And some cats go to certain schools because they are a pro factory.
Yeah. But like different people have different things that are important to them. So like for Tim Tebow, it was about, I want to go to the University of Florida. He is in a privileged position to be able to say like, it's not about we, it's about the team, because he's the star of the team. Like he is already going to be
star.
It's already going to be about him anyway. Like the system was set up to cater to him in the first place. So he had a different college experience than anybody else on this team.
Anybody in the world at the time.
Like it was Tebow mania for a reason. Like
for real.
Like you had a different college experience than everybody else did, and the fact that he goes on to say that he went there because his grandfather had a dream about winning the SEC championship. Ask your black teammates what their grandfather, what his opportunities were at the University of Florida when he was in college, because Florida was segregated for most of these people's grandparents. So like the fact my grandfather couldn't even go to the University of Florida. So you talking about it's about the family legacy, like. That shit don't mean nothing to me, because like the legacy. If you really want to talk legacies, I shouldn't even fucking go to Florida. Yeah. To be quite honest. So like his whole shit reeked of not just white privilege, but like Tebow privilege. You know what I mean? Like he comes from a family that
he was homeschooled.
He was homeschooled, but like he comes from a family that's fucking well off. Like both his parents are doctors, I believe. So like, you didn't need the money in college because you had it already. Like there are people that are like literally coming out of poverty that are going to these schools that they run their bodies into the ground for this school on the hopes that they can go to the NFL.
Just to get a little money under the table.
Right. But you're penalizing them for that. Like DeAndre Ayton and Zion are getting popped because they took like $100,000 from the school. Like
That's it.
That's a drop in the bucket.
And that's not even
do you know
from
how
the school.
much? Do you know how much money Zion and Williamson made for just Duke? Like not even accounting for the entire NCAA and and ESPN
Every game.
and
Every game.
that's a drop in the bucket. Like let these dudes. If you're not going to pay them directly, at least let them monetize their own name and likeness.
Yeah.
That's all it comes down to. Like, there's no other place where you can't individually say, like, I'm myself and I can accept payment from anybody. Like, it's not even the school. Like, it's not coming out of their pockets. Like, I don't get how that negatively affects the school if I go out and get an endorsement.
Plus, Tebow's payment was more so like, oh, I'm spreading the word, because he was big into Christianity. Mm-hmm. So his whole thing was he wanted to spread the gospel and stuff like that. So payment enough for him was he's a super duper star. I'm gonna spread the word with my T-bone and everything like that. So he don't need the money. That for him that was better. Mm-hmm. So you have a very, 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 very biased opinion on this, sir.
Yeah. So and to say it becomes it becomes a more selfish team atmosphere. Like NFL teams are very tight knit and they're about the team and everything, but they get paid. You know what I mean? Like
everybody get their money.
It's just like that shit didn't make sense, and like there were other athletes coming at him like, nah, like this ain't it, boss. Like so for him to be like, oh, I'm in a different position because I can actually speak to it because I played college football on the highest level. It's like, and yo goofy ass like I didn't get paid for it and I ain't want to. That just tells me that your dumb ass was cool with getting exploited. Yeah, basically. That's all it came down to. Yeah. It's like, I made all this money, but I ain't want it. Like, and that's cool. Like, if this system comes into place, you can still, like, reject the money if you want to.
Right, you can just
you don't
spread the
have
word.
to take it. Nobody's telling you that you have to.
Yeah.
If you want to donate it to your church, you could go and do that. Like, I feel like that would have been more advantageous to, whatever your cause was.
Yeah.
If you want to take the money that your jersey sales produce and give it to whoever, or go fund missionaries in whatever far-flung country that you want to go to. But, like, just to say that nobody should get paid because I didn't want to, that's selfish. Like, if you want to talk about who's selfish in this situation.
Again, very, 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 very
as you can tell, I'm pretty passionate about that.
Yeah. Hey.
Hey, you got it, boss. Like, young enough to have. You covered it.
Anywho.
Oh shit! This asshole here.
Ken, you want to take it?
Yeah, man. Everybody's jumping off the boat. But Kobe posted a photo on IG talking about his daughter's team 4th place finish. Part of the caption got a lot of criticism. So Kobe put in the caption, the 7th player not in the pick missed the game for dance recital. Hold on, my bad. All right, missed the game for a dance recital. So that should tell you where her focus was at that time. Yeah. But then Kobe wrote, now she eats, sleeps, and breathes the game. He later edited the post and added, she enjoyed dance more than ball, which is fine.
Bro, you suck at backtracking. Jesus Christ. That was terrible.
So do you guys feel like that he should get criticized for what he posts?
The initial post, the original post, was very assholish. I mean, like, oh, yo, we did this, we worked hard, but, she left because he meant exactly what he said.
Yeah, basically, she let the team down because she cared about dance more than basketball.
That's it. Stand on it. No.
See, I didn't even take it that way. I took it more so as she just didn't have a heart for hoop.
Nah, because coaches say it all the time. Oh, you care about so-and-so more than you do the game. Oh, you care about so-and-so more than you do practice.
Because that's the insinuation, is that she chose dance over basketball. And that they came in 4th place because this person cared more about...
See, that's the part where I'm like, that feels like it's digging too deep. We don't know how good the 7th girl was. She could have been a bench warmer for all we know. I thought the point was just that she was putting dance before ball. Like, adding the whole, like, we came in this place because I feel like we don't know that.
He shouldn't have said it.
We don't know how good she was.
It doesn't really matter how good she was. It matters that she wasn't there for the team, is what his comment was driving it. I don't know if it came down to we lost because she wasn't there, but it was she wasn't all in for the team because she cared more about dance than she did basketball.
He singled her out. And
Exactly. Like if it was just she wasn't there, like there was no reason to put that part in the post. Like nobody even knew the 7th person existed until he brought her up.
Yeah.
And he even if he wanted to bring her up just to make sure, because you are Kobe Bryant with a team, you are super famous. The kid probably would have felt left out because you didn't mention her. You could be like, oh, our 7th player isn't here. Left it at that.
That's what he tried to clean it up and say he was saying.
Mm-hmm. But how would you feel if, like, you know, as a parent?
I mean, if your daughter is on Kobe Bryant's a team coached by Kobe Bryant, you kind of know what you're signing up for.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think how I feel if he said that about Malik.
But if you have Malik on Kobe Bryant's team, like, you know what Kobe's MO is.
I know he cold at this point. Yeah, you know what? I wouldn't really care. I like, damn, dog, you gonna do that on Twitter, on Instagram? That's probably what I would do. I was like, damn, you gonna do all that shit on Instagram, bro?
Like, I think the reaction, like, he's made the reaction, he's brought more attention to it by
backtracking.
Backtracking.
Right, like, and now he put out a video of him dancing when he was like 12, because it's just, you made it into a thing that it didn't have to be. You could have just been like, oh, my bad.
He should have stayed ducked the
Now
fuck off.
he trying to clean it up. Like, God damn it.
Hey, that's your LA boys, bro.
That's why I'll be on
Y'all
social
motherfuckers
media
suck.
now. These motherfuckers here.
You lead a team, y'all motherfuckers don't know how to act.
I make one mistake. Y'all trying to butcher me.
Shit, he
Remember when I scored 81?
He was LeVar in it. Like, to be honest, like, same thing we had with LeVar. Like, you digging a hole deeper.
Same with Magic.
Man.
Something about y'all LA cats, dog. But y'all lead a team, y'all motherfuckers can't stop. Y'all addicted to the limelight. You gotta just do anything. Canelo.
Canelo Alvarez will move up 2 weight classes to fight Sergey Kovalev for the light heavyweight belt November 2nd in Las Vegas.
You can bulk up like that, huh? For sure.
Baron Corbin is the new king of the ring. He beat Chad Gable in the finals yesterday. Does Corbin make a good future champion if the push gets him there?
Did you see the match?
I saw parts of it.
It was a good fucking match.
It was, though.
It was a good fucking
match.
So the thing about Corbin, I hate his character. I really do.
Yeah.
But
That's why he's so good.
No.
He makes
Like,
you hate
I
him.
actually like hate the character. Like,
I
Like,
love
you don't
it.
want to watch it.
right now, I don't care
thought
about his character
I
whatsoever.
thought the whole shtick with the King of the Ring was gold.
Mm-hmm.
It was he did that beautifully. I thought.
I think there's so much baggage with Corbin.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think he has found his character now, and he has found a good calibration between, like, actual heat and, like, I think they call it X-Pac heat, where it's just like you don't want to see him. But, like, you have so much with, like, it took so long to get here. It's the same thing with, like, Roman. Like, Roman is a good babyface now, but, like, you have so much baggage with him. Like, it took so long to get to this point that you can't even look at him objectively.
Because somebody said, like, oh, y'all, they still jamming Roman down our throats. I'm like, no, not really. Not in the last, like, year and a half, bro. Like, they really kept Roman out the limelight for a while. But every time he appear on the screen, cats like, oh, they jamming Roman down our throat again. Like, that's the baggage. Like, nah, it ain't like that. But
And, like, when he first went solo, like, he wasn't a good singles wrestler.
he couldn't talk on the mic. Jesus Christ, I hated that.
But he's gotten really good at all that stuff. Like, his matches go hard. But
He put on
again,
good
like,
matches.
people, he got the spot before he was ready for it. So, like, people won't give him a fair shake now. And it's the same thing with Corbin.
I do like him as a wrestler, though. He's a good wrestler for a big dude. And him and Gable put on a hell of a fucking match.
I think I saw something from, like, Lance Storm that was saying, like, he's really good technically. So, like, he's a good person to have in
the match.
Like, he's a good opponent to have for your babyface because, like, he sets them up to be great, and he's always in position. And he does things so technically crisp that, like, you're gonna have a good match with him.
Yeah, and then Chad Gable was a hell of a wrestler. Jeez, that was a great match. I was yelling at the TV and shit.
Yeah, after that match, I was like, damn.
I wanted Chad to
That was
win.
a cracking ass match.
I really wanted
He
Chad
should
to
have
win.
won like twice.
Dude,
Like, 2
Chad,
times he should have won.
I've been a fan of Chad Gable since NXT, dog. Chad Gable's cold.
Chad Gable fits the all the boxes of the type of wrestlers you like, though.
Yeah. Little, fast, technically sound,
Yep.
aggressive.
Wasn't it Dolph Ziggler is like trying to be Shawn Michaels so hard?
He's good.
He's been trying to
He's
be
good
Shawn
though,
Michaels.
but I was like, bro, you gotta do something else, B.
But it was, from what I saw, it was cool. It was a cool pay-per-view. You know, it gave the twists and turns and shit, the good
This
matches.
happened on Raw though.
That was Raw. But I was going back to the regular question.
No,
That wasn't the question.
That wasn't the question
That was
at
the
all.
question
I
like
answered
an
that a long
hour
time
ago,
ago.
to be quite honest. I asked, would Corbin make a good future champion?
I don't like his character.
He's still got to work on his look.
Yeah, the look's not all the way there, but I think he has the groundwork is solid.
Yeah. Because usually King of the Ring is supposed to get pushed to the champ, typically.
We know they don't care about King of the Ring no more. We talked about that a couple weeks ago.
Well, they're trying to do things new, so they might.
We'll see.
Like, they have something planned for, like, this whole tournament was built to make him King of the Ring. So they must have some type of gimmick, King-related gimmick for him.
He for the King Booker until he get done.
Yeah. Jason Terry has been hired as the assistant general manager for the Dallas Mavericks G League team, the Texas Legends. So congratulations to him. Helmet company Zenith has cut ties with Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown. Thank you. After sexual assault. That's the first time he ever got to grade me for anything. Yeah. So now you can do your MLB playoff standings.
All right, cool. So, in the AL, the leaders are the Yankees, the Twins, and the Astros. But this has been like the same damn story. This is how it's going in. In the NL, you got the Braves, you got the Cardinals, and you got the Dodgers. Now that one, especially in the NL Central, that one may be the nail biter at the end of it. So just for a little bit of context on that one, the Cardinals are in first at 84 and 66. The Cubs are 82 and 68, which is 2 games behind them, and the Brewers are 81 and 69, which is 3 games behind the Cardinals, which is 1 game behind the Cubs. Like, we there. We on the 3-game winning streak. Cubs on the 5. Like, good shit. Anyways, and the Dodgers. So that's how that shit's going to end. The main thing here is just going to be the wild card, which is the Oakland A's and the Tampa Bay Rays. Washington with the Cubs, they're tied, and then the Brewers are 1 game behind now.
Cool. Should be interesting. We got, 2 weeks left?
Yeah.
About
like 10, 11 games or something like that.
During a GQ interview, James Harden, speaking of loser mentalities, between the Houston Rockets and the New Orleans Saints fans, Jesus Christ, James Harden, yes, I'm going to keep throwing shots, said that we may have the best dressed team in the history of sports between himself, Russell Westbrook, PJ Tucker, and Tyson Chandler. He's quoted as saying, "The tunnel is going to be like a real life fashion show runway. So we're going to have to figure out a way to get some music down there. But everyone is going to look good in their own way, and that's why it's so dope."
That's why you're not MVP. Because you're worrying about other shit.
Right. And also, like, just because y'all wear crazy shit don't mean that
it's right, bro.
Exactly.
Getting fits off. And just because it costs a lot of money don't mean that shit is cool.
So y'all try to outdo each other every night.
Right.
They texting each other. Oh, what you wearing today?
It's going to be a how much your fit cost race.
Basically. And plus, like, NBA players, like, y'all don't really get to, like, y'all all got stylists. Like, people pick out your clothes, literally. Like,
yeah.
Y'all not really, anyway, we're not going to get into that.
Unless you Russ, because apparently Russ has a lot of say over what he wears.
Okay.
He still got somebody else speaking it, though?
Thing.
Hey, he said he'd do it.
Okay.
So, actually, like, he is notorious for, like, doing everything himself. Like, he actually sits down and pays his own bills, which nobody does.
I wouldn't if I had money.
Hell no, I wouldn't. Man, if you don't pay this shit, don't tell.
That's what what's his name? Charles Woodson, motherfucking ass.
He did it.
That'd be the first thing I do. I'm
outsourcing his damn bill. And I'm like, damn.
I don't even want to see a bill. That's your job, so they unseen, motherfucker.
Honestly, like, as many of them that get swindled, like, they need to be paying their own bills, to be quite honest. Or at least you need to be able to see it. Like, you need an eye on it. Like,
yeah.
Don't just be signing away your life. Like,
give me the receipt.
We sending $2 million to this guy.
Give me the receipt.
Or actually, they tell you they sending 2,000 and add a couple zeros to it.
Like, bro, what the fuck?
Give me the receipt. I need my balance.
Harden also in a radio interview, he had the following to say on Giannis's MVP, which he attributed to the narrative that was created by the media. He said, "I had a 32-game, 30-point streak, 8 50-point games, 2 60-point games in one season. All they want to talk about is Giannis? There's no way."
All right, offense.
Right. Like, you only focus on scoring. Like, there's way more that goes into it. Plus, one guy's team wins 60 games. The others wins, 48?
You know that matters. But
I mean,
get over it.
He has to get over that.
Exactly. Like, come on, bro. Like, chill out.
Like, have you been screwed in the past?
Sure. We'll give you
Just
that.
not this time.
I mean,
That's all right.
the year that Wilt Chamberlain averaged 50 and 25, he did not win MVP.
He wasn't even a runner-up.
Damn.
Yeah.
Can't say nothing, boss.
I don't think Kobe won that year. Yeah, 81.
Actually,
What
in the
are you talking about?
in the 61-62, he finished second behind Bill Russell.
Oh,
Triple double. Oscar Robinson
Yeah,
was
sorry,
in third.
my bad.
Triple double.
Either way,
And-
one had a
and
triple double, the other averaged like 50 points, and they did neither one ran MVP. Like
Big
more
O
shit go into it.
averaged 30, 12, and 11.
They put in work. dog.
But whose team won the most
Every
games?
night, dog.
Exactly. Bill Russell won that MVP though.
And that's when it was voted on by the players.
Yep.
Speaking of which, Lou Williams was commenting on, like I think he quote tweeted it and was like, "Man, let the players vote." Guess who won the NBA PA's MVP this season?
Giannis.
So the players did vote.
So
There
So
you have
stop
it.
talking about it. Let this go.
let it go.
There you have it.
Let that hurt go.
Also,
James
the guy
Harden's
that
still talking about this, and Giannis went to his MVP celebration in Milwaukee and said, "Stop calling me MVP till I win it again." Like, it's just different mentalities. I don't know what to say about it.
Yep.
So
and if what you
I
got
got
something to say?
No, I got it. How about if you want to take a break?
All right, Carlton.
I got. Hey, listen.
Yeah.
I was trying to give you a break, boss. Let me shoot a couple shots. NFL
Carlton.
review concussion protocol after Giants allow wide receiver Sterling Shepard to play with a concussion. I'm like, how the fuck are y'all still out here just doing this dirty shit, bro?
That's so crazy, B.
There's been movies about this shit, and y'all still out here.
Did any of y'all watch the most recent season of Last Chance U on Netflix?
I have not. Nope.
There's a part in there where a similar thing happens, but this was egregious because the young man was clearly concussed because he was actually unconscious on the field
Damn.
for some time. And when he got off the field, he kept saying, like, "I don't have a concussion. I'm fine. I'm good. I'm good." He's talking to the trainer, and she's like, "Are you sure?" And he's like, "I'm fine. Trust me, I'm good." And she let him back in the game.
How you gonna ask him?
And he literally, after he fooled her, was talking to a teammate and said, "Man, my head is ringing," and then went back on the field. Like, you got to save players from themselves.
Yeah, that's not cool.
Yes, but also personal responsibility comes into play at some point. Like, I would understand if he's like knocked out and it's just like, oh, you know, I want to come back in, but like not in his right mind. But the fact that he then goes on to somebody else and is like, oh man, I got fucked up. Like, I know I'm fucked up, but I just told them I'm not fucked up. Like, he was at least in the right mind enough to be able to like lie about it. So at some point, you know what I mean? Like, he also takes some blame for it.
Yeah.
He does, and it's also not apples to apples. That's collegiate. That's junior college at that. So the responsibility is more on the coaching staff there, but in professional ranks, you know, it's a little bit more personal accountability. But it just made me think about that.
Yeah. No, I'm not dismissing. I'm just saying, like, we also need to like
Yeah, for sure.
take that mentality away from the players. Like, we need to hold them accountable for the fact that, dude, you are like bashing your brains in. So like, maybe don't go back in after a concussion.
Correct.
Maybe chill out a little bit.
Yeah. In sad news, Browns defensive end Chris Smith's Lamborghini crashed on the expressway after he reported a blown tire. Police say that Smith and his girlfriend Patera Cordero were standing in the berm when another car hit and killed Cordero.
Well, damn.
And I think they have like a 1-month-old.
Yeah, they just had a child.
That's trash.
Save the radio for next week when you're here.
No, you can go ahead and play it. I listened to the song earlier and thought it was really, really smooth. So you know,
Yeah, I gotta find the song.
y'all go ahead and it's on Apple Music. If you got Apple Music,
I do.
while you looking for it, I'll set it up.
Okay. Do we backstage production meeting?
Yep. So this is our radio segment. This is the segment every week we highlight music by an athlete. And right now we're going to go into our backstage production meeting where we talk about what we're going to be playing. And Tim is our DJ. And then he will go live on the air to get us ready. So this week, the song is by, what's his name? It's a former NBA player.
Wayman Tisdale.
Wayne
And,
Tisdale.
It's Wayman.
Is it Wayman?
Yeah.
Like Wayman?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
Like,
Peaches Wayman?
yes, Wayman. Like he's a famous basketball player.
But no.
But no.
This ain't got nothing to do with nothing, but it was in my search from Apple Music. The baby gets his shit off on
bro.
guest spots.
He
Like
do.
I don't really care for
Every guest
his
spot.
own songs.
I was
But like
saying
when he
that.
is guest starring on somebody else's song, he be in his pocket. Like
I was just telling somebody that, like a few days. I was like, bro, like I don't listen to all that other like that, but oh my bad. But I was like, the baby be getting this shit off B.
for real.
he was flowing on what's the little dude? Was it Lil Nas
Lil
X song?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Panini.
yeah, that Panini remix.
I was like, this is beautiful.
Anyway, the song is called "Cruisin." Tim, take it away.
And wait, let me give you this, Tim, before you deal DJ. This is a smooth jazz. He's a jazz musician
He played saxophone, I think.
or bass guitar, I think.
It's for to get sexy at this.
Hey, I fuck with it. I like jazz.
How you want to come in? Pause.
Jazz
hands.
always be like. You can start it, and I'll talk through it.
Jazz hands.
And 3, 2, 1.
WTECK Radio 69.9. Well, 69 is fine. You know you're in that position right now. Go ahead, love on your girl. We got Wayman Tisdale with Cruisin. Take a full ride, player.
This sounds like some Temptation shit. Are there any vocals on this track?
That's smooth.
No, there are no vocals. This is a cover of the Smokey Robinson song "Cruisin'."
Okay.
So it should sound familiar.
Smokey Robinson. He still got a baby face. He like 80.
Hazel Eyes. Only dudes I know are Hazel Eyes and Smokey Robinson and Ken.
Hey, bro. Don't get me to start singing with this, bro.
Actually, no, I got Rico too. That's gonna be you at 60. That's gonna be you at 60.
Hey, man.
Still hanging on to the Stevie dreads.
No, bro. I'm gonna cut some niggas off. His dreads start at the back of his head.
It's like when people used to have tails.
And they like, he blind. He don't know what fucking look like.
He can feel his goddamn line. Shit.
Y'all been lying to Stevie all these years.
You just think that's where everybody else's hairline starts? Yeah, we're running a little behind on time, so we're gonna cut this off. But this is smooth.
It was
it's
smooth. WTECK Radio 69.9. 69 is fine.
You gotta wake them back up. They're for they to fell asleep.
Nah,
This is a quiet storm and shit.
Exactly.
They sleep now.
Wake your ass up.
Oh wait, last story. I called it. This was years ago. I called into 98.3 or whatever, like to request some song, and like the dude on the radio, like he really talked like that. Hello. Yes, this is. Oh, that's what you want to hear. I got you. I'm like, all right, you can turn the sexy off, like for a conversation. Like we don't need to be doing this.
The phrase that pays.
Anywho, the NBA has informed teams that the current salary cap projection for 2020-2021, Jesus Christ, that's a lot of 20s.
Yeah, it is. 21.
For that season is now $1 million lower than the previous projection. This figures to be a kind of dud of a free agency anyway, so I don't think it really matters. But the big free agency is in 2020. Is after 2021. That's when Giannis, LeBron, and various other people are. Oh, Kawhi, Paul George, all of them can be free agents. Speaking of the NBA, the Board of Governors will vote on September 20th, which I think is like Friday, on updated tampering penalties. So now, if a team is caught tampering with a player or team personnel, the fine is $10 million, which is up from $5 million. Any unauthorized agreements would cause a $6 million fine for the team and a $250,000 fine for the player. There will be an increased enforcement of rules prohibiting player-to-player tampering, which does not happen now. Like, I think David Stern even said players can't tamper, so like they haven't been enforcing that, but now they will, which is how what's his name got to Golden State, Kevin Durant, because Draymond was sexing them all year. The NBA will require team governors to certify that there are no unauthorized benefits being offered or provided to players, which apparently, what's the name? Kawhi's Uncle Dennis was asking for shit that was like outside of the parameters of like what's allowed. And tampering compliance
I want
audits.
this whole block.
Yeah, he was like asking for like the sun and the moon.
Where to go?
And I think that also like part of teams' pitches like for Brooklyn, because their owner is like a billionaire from China, like getting them in the room with like investors from China and like offering like to give them stock, you know, like to expand their business portfolios. Like that type of stuff is kind of like you're kind of circumventing the salary cap if you're you're opening them up to like
under the table endorsement deals.
Not even endorsements, but just like business opportunities that aren't afforded to
the average Joe.
Right. Which, I mean, it's kind of hard to enforce, but anyway. And then the last thing is that tampering compliance audits will happen annually for 5 random teams, which just means that they'll do in-depth investigations to make sure that you aren't tampering.
To 5?
It'll happen to 5 teams randomly each year.
I'm saying it's like only 5.
Well, I mean, like, it just has to be enough to know that there's a chance, like, 30 teams, so 5 out of 30, like, 1 in 6 chance that you'll be audited. So you need to make sure that your shit is in order, because
that's fair.
It could happen, and it's more likely to happen than not. Well, not. Anyway, what are you thinking about these proposed changes, and do you think it will cut down on tampering?
I think it will. Cats don't like losing money like that, especially if like teams in luxury tax and shit like that. They don't want to pay an extra $6 million because they out there talking shit to somebody or some shit like that, or $10 million. Like, cats don't want to come up out of their pockets for petty shit like this. Granted, I don't think it's going to completely stop.
I don't think that that's enough to deter it. It's like if you are going to get Kawhi and Paul George and it only costs you $10 million.
And you eat that 10. Like,
right.
All right.
So you think they should start losing draft picks?
I don't have a problem with tampering, to be quite honest.
I think that was part of it too. I think they did discuss like draft picks and just like other punishment means, but I think part of it too is that the players who what a shot. The players who were going to be doing the quote unquote tampering are the superstars, and they got the contracts to pay whatever. Like for player side, like they'll have the money to pay whatever fine they get whoever they want to,
And I doubt they're going to suspend players for tampering. So
right,
which would be the next step.
I think it's a good step in the right direction if they want to cut down on tampering, but I'm not sure how effective it will be overall. Like, I don't think they're going to get rid of tampering overall. They might stop certain teams or certain people, but
Magic Johnson. In NFL transactions, Torrey Smith has retired. He's wide receiver for Baltimore, Carolina, I think the Eagles. Good dude.
He got a ring with the Eagles.
Yep. Saints head coach Sean Payton signed a 5-year extension with the Saints.
Good for him.
In the NBA, Minnesota hired former Rock Nation agent Joe Branch as assistant GM. Sean Livingston retired. Congrats to him. Like, after that knee injury, like the fact that he got 15 years, like that's amazing and a testament to him. Joe Johnson, MVP of the Big Three, has agreed to a partially guaranteed 1-year deal with the Detroit Pistons.
That's what's up.
In some surprising news, did you know professional chess players tend to lose 10 to 20 pounds during the course of a single chess tournament?
10 to 20.
Why is that?
That was so fascinating to me.
Because they're so long?
Robert Sapolsky.
Did you say because they're so long?
No, I said because the matches be so long and they'll eat like that or something.
I think we'll find out here. Robert Sapolsky,
you sound like
sure, who studies stress in primates at Stanford University, says a chess player can burn up to 6,000 calories a day while playing in a tournament, 3 times what the average person consumes in a day. Based on breathing rates, which triple during competition, blood pressure, which elevates, and muscle contractions before, during, and after major tournaments, Sapolsky suggests that grandmasters' stress responses to chess are on par with what elite athletes experience.
Damn. I never knew that.
Yeah. So to combat it all, today's players have begun to incorporate strict food and fitness regimens to increase oxygen supply to the brain during tournaments, prevent sugar-related crashes, and sustain their energy. In the 1980s and 90s, smoking, drinking, and late-night parties were often on the common on the chess circuit, but the scene has all but disappeared.
I'm just
These nerds was
laughing at
partying.
Right.
Partying chess circuit.
Kicking it, dog.
The chess dog on what? Chess
See,
players.
we got into this problem when we thought that what's his name was a square because he played golf. Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
You can't always underestimate
He
the
was like,
square-looking cat.
I mean, shit. Look at
Man.
the tech industry. Like they be.
Man.
Did you see the
Yeah.
social network? They be coking speed and shit.
All kind of shit, dog. Because you
Yeah,
got
it's
a bunch of
like-
time, bro.
The chess players apparently like they all look like soccer players now because they do so much
Right, they working
cardio
out,
and fitness, like they're working out to play chess.
And they smart as motherfucker.
Yeah, and then they have like the guy who's the champion of the world right now. Like, he has a personal chef so that he makes sure he eats what he needs to eat, especially during tournament
How much
time.
money
Because
they
during
making?
tournament,
I was just gonna say, like, how much money you making playing chess?
I mean,
Look.
like, to be quite honest, like it makes sense though. Like
yeah,
people talk about like brain food and shit like that. Like you need to eat right to have your brain function the way that
It's supposed to.
in the optimal.
and you know, man, you be at work sometimes and you have to think hard for like a half an hour. You know how tired you be after a half an hour of thinking hard at work. They gotta do this for hours on end, straight.
Fair point.
So every once in a while, a story pops up on my timeline where I'm just like, yeah, we gonna cover that shit.
we got to.
This is a tech file story right here.
We got to, baby.
So Bang Bros,
Bang on him.
an adult entertainment company, has put in a $10 million bid for the naming rights to the Miami Heat's arena. It would be called the Bang Bros Coliseum, a.k.a. the BBC.
The BBC. Hell no. They cold.
I'm not even going to ask this question because I already know the answer.
You know we fuck with it.
Hell yeah, bro.
But do you want to see the BBC come
Fuck
to
yeah.
footage?
Pause.
Welcome to Miami.
Tell me how my ass tastes.
Hey, you want to go to the BBC? You know they gonna be calling it the big black cock.
Bro.
Whoa,
You know that's what. Hey,
No, wait,
you know that's what the name is. For those who don't
That's all
know,
he was ready. I just couldn't wait.
whoa.
for those who don't know, don't act like y'all ain't never watched no damn porn before.
Everybody knew
know,
what
bro.
the joke was.
I'm
You
just
don't
saying,
have to
it's
explain the
No,
joke.
it's some people that are
No,
square bears.
everybody knew.
There's some square bears out there that don't know. Trying to educate them.
Exactly.
I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
Because y'all was just going to talk about me. But I had to let them know.
Anyway, moving on.
Exactly.
Since you ruined the joke.
Cock on the brain.
Wait, before you move on, Offset was on SmackDown.
What, for
What?
Charlotte?
For what?
For Charlotte?
Yeah, he was dressed up. He was dressed up like Ric Flair, and he did the intro for Charlotte Flair.
See, all right, that's the only reason he had to be on there.
They really throwing shots at Rick. Like, bringing
damn.
everybody in.
You know Vince Petty.
Offset had a full purple. A full pink Ric Flair robe on with chains. With chains.
Rick probably gave it to him after the drip video.
Rick
You know what? I
ain't
ain't
got
even
no money
mad
to
at
give
it.
him
Like,
chains.
this like reverse
Rick ain't got no
stereotyping.
money.
Yeah.
Offset gave him chains.
That's quite true. But it is. It's reverse stereotyping. Like now it's like a black dude dressing up as a
white dude.
caricature of a white dude.
Yeah.
I wish there was a way for me to play this so y'all could hear it, but
I'm sure
man,
it'll
this
go
is
viral,
funny.
so we can just post it to the tech file.
yeah,
Twitter.
WWE posted the clip. It's pretty funny.
The NBA agents have signed a letter that informs the NCAA that player agents will not register for the NCAA's proposed agent certification process. And that's according to a letter obtained by ESPN.
Look at them unifying and saying, we won't go.
Anyways, Michael Jordan, Celtics owner Wick Grossbeck, Lakers owner Jeannie Buss, and Bucks owner Wes Edens have launched a new Sencoro tequila.
High as a motherfucker.
The prices are $70 for Blanco, $90 for Reposado,
Shit.
$130 for Anahel, and $1,600 for extra Anahel.
Shit.
1,600 bottle, bro.
Let's be fair here. The prices are not unreasonable. Like alcohol prices are normally in this price range for
bottle.
I almost called you the N word. Did you drink the Black Label? Remember Rick went to Casablanca and you got your bill back after drinking all that? What was it? The Black Label to Johnny Walker?
I always drink Black Label.
But remember that one? You thought the price was different, and you got that bill and you just looked at us like.
I'm trying to think.
You were like,
I probably had the
dog.
blue one. The blue
You
label.
had one, whatever the highest Johnny Walker label is. You had it. When
Yeah,
you got
blue
that
label.
bill, you were upset.
I believe that.
I think because people were actually giving you money at the table, like, "Dang, Tim, here go five. Here go Tim."
Like, damn, dog, I was upset about that motherfucker. I remember that shit.
Hey, you a good one. I'm like, I did, y'all. I did.
I'm a head out.
Exactly. I'm gonna hit the old Dusty Trail. Y'all go ahead and take that.
You got it, Bob.
The bottle of tequila that I had for my birthday in Door County. That bottle was like $170.
That's not $1,600 though.
That's still.
I understand, but that's also not Don Julio's top tier one. So that's more in line with like which one, like the 100 or something.
Yeah, 100.
So
Yeah,
what,
like it's
gets you drunk after
different
a
tiers.
shot or something?
How much is it for Ace of Spades? Is it $2,500?
Ain't nobody-
expensive.
I don't know. Nobody thought shit anyway.
I'm gonna look. Hold on.
I
I don't need that
Who want
much.
to pay
So
for that
they
shit?
already said theirs. What was the most expensive liquor you ever drank?
Mine was that Don Julio.
I don't even
Sorry, I
know.
was talking again.
What is it? Louis the Third? Is that what it's?
Oh,
Louis
man,
the Third?
you-
Yeah, I had that shit. Yeah, when I was in
got
St. Louis. motherfucker.
money.
No, when you on vacation, you just like, fuck it, let me get that shit.
Dog, what?
See?
I got the bill back from Barcelona. I spent way too much fucking money.
See? That's how
Like I was only on my own dime for a day.
For one day.
For one day.
Like, God damn.
Because the thing is, like, I was planning. I'm not gonna get into it, but anyway, like, everything was in euros, and I wasn't making the conversion. So like, it was like the hotel was like 175 or something like that. I'm like, it's steep, but it's reasonable. And I didn't want to switch hotels. Like, then when I ran my credit card, it was like 2 something. I'm like, fuck. Or then I would like take a taxi and it was like 10 something. I'm like, oh, that ain't that bad. And then again, like doing the conversion, I'm like, yeah, this shit adding up. So like by that last day, I was like, you know, I'm gonna walk here and I'm gonna walk there and I'm gonna just take a taxi
I'm
back.
gonna ride a bike.
Yeah.
A bottle of Ace of Spades is $300.
Oh,
Yeah, the blue label was $289.95.
To it.
Yeah.
They keep all that.
I will never forget that. Tim's face when he got that bill.
Was you
was
at least
like,
drunk?
Do you know about how much it was?
Shit, I can't remember.
Was
The
you-
shots?
It's probably like
Yeah.
$50 and some shit like that.
Like
How
he
many
had it.
shots?
I think he had it. I think he had it in the glass just straight up. Because I think this is when we was like in our prime drinking, periods.
Yeah, I was the one that fell asleep in the bar.
Yeah, I fell asleep everywhere.
No bullshit.
I fell
dog.
asleep everywhere.
They can tell
I
you
got
all
pictures of
stories.
Tim in my phone saved when he fell asleep when we was all together, like just knocked out. Pizza boxes on his lap, chicken in his lap, sleep.
Ain't no good to nobody.
All right, so Nets guard Spencer Dinwiddie is planning to turn his contract into a digital investment vehicle and receive an upfront lump payment, which is unprecedented for an NBA player. Dinwiddie, according to multiple sources, is starting his own company to securitize his NBA contract in the form of a digital token as he begins a 3-year, $34.36 million extension with the Nets. In securitization, the borrower gives up some future income in return for a smaller lump sum payment. But the borrower, in this case Dinwiddie, then has more money to immediately invest than he otherwise would. A token is a digital currency item. Jesus Christ, I'm kenning this.
Ain't that about a bitch?
Hey,
It's real.
it's real.
The bond exists in the digital currency world. Instead of buying the bond from a broker, it is through a token. According to sources, this Dinwiddie bond would pay investors principal back and then with interest, which would be covered by what the Nets owe him.
You can find out more on T.I.'s podcast with all these big ass words.
Exactly. Hey, he just snuck in and put some shit in. They think it's cheap. I'm gonna have my own
Planting
shit,
shit,
to run down.
bro.
Right, like
Expeditions this.
Listen, it sounds like it's a risky because it's new, but I guess
It
it's
can
going
pay
to
off.
give him because he have more money up front, so that he can
Same
invest it and he can actually get it back later. But
better hope
it's,
this shit don't go belly up.
yeah, it's very wordy,
Yeah.
very risky because it's some new shit. Yeah, dog, chill out, bro.
But Dinwiddie is a different dude.
Mel out here sending pictures and shit.
Oh,
Hell no.
Damn, we look like we in the 70s and shit, dog.
Yo, Vince wearing ass. The fuck you mean? Of course he had a vest on.
wait, can we post that? Can we
No,
post
I
that?
can't
Everybody
post
can see
that shit, dog.
That's-
Damn.
We talking about it like now. People gonna be listening.
Yeah,
and be like,
people gotta
damn,
see it.
No,
bro.
Uncle Sam all fucked up, dog. We was drunk.
Put a smiley face over Sam.
we can crop Sam
Put a
out.
smiley face over Sam's
No,
face.
bro, leave this shit out, bro.
That's funny.
I might have one of just him. Let me check the
You
archive.
ain't got shit,
There
dog.
Let me check my
Oh,
palm.
I already found it.
There we go. Post it.
No, dog.
Wait,
Faded.
cast vote. Who wants to post it?
Oh, post that. Post that shit.
I say post.
Yep, there you
We're
go.
gonna need a smiley face in this picture too because Hayes in the background looking incriminated.
Oh, well, yeah.
Well, you just said her name, so you gotta beat the purpose.
I mean, hey, she was flat. You know, I'm just not gonna post the picture. Shout out to Hayes.
Damn. I'm looking for that hoodie, too.
WWE announced that there will be a 2-night draft taking place on Raw and SmackDown beginning on October 11th. That means no more wild card rule. Are you excited for a true brand split again? And are you excited more about the Heyman-led show, which is Raw, or Bischoff-led show, which is SmackDown?
I don't know, man. That Bray Wyatt stuff getting weird. I don't know what Paul Heyman doing right now.
Fuck with it,
No,
dog.
last night was the first time that I really was like, this shit is creepy as fuck. 'Cause they dragged it on. Like the ending, bro, it went on for like 3 minutes of just the fucking cartoon. I'm like, yo, my son, we looking at each other like, yo, what the fuck is going on? Like, yo, this is, I don't know about that, bro. It's creepy as shit.
I fuck
bro.
with it, dude.
I like the character.
He killing it.
Yeah, he killing the character, but it's hella creepy, bro. That got to stay on Raw. I don't see that going to Fox.
I fuck with Bray Wyatt character, but I think a Paul Heyman led Raw will be a little bit more exciting than a
think
Bischoff
so,
led
too.
SmackDown. But Bischoff, he's gonna give a lot of motherfuckers who nobody thought about a chance. That's the big one for Bischoff.
We'll see.
Like Chad Gable making it to the finals is huge, huge for him because he was afterthought after Jason Jordan left. I'm just saying, cats like that will get opportunities more often.
Maybe.
That's true.
Longtime player agent Don Yee is spearheading a plan for a 3-day developmental camp where players recently out of college or recently cut by NFL teams can showcase themselves in a supervised football atmosphere for pro scouts. The NFL sent a personnel notice to all 32 NFL teams this month, notifying them of the camp, which has been dubbed the Pro Scrimmage, which will be attended by 10 to 20 elite street free agents in late September in California. Yee envisions it growing into something that happens regularly during the season as a combine of sorts for pro personnel directors who have to replenish rosters on the fly. In the inaugural camp, players will receive coaching from former NFL quarterback Ty Detmer, longtime NFL defensive line coach Dwayne Board, longtime NFL offensive line coach Dave Magazoo, and longtime NFL and college coach Jeep Chris, I don't know, among others.
It's an interesting name, to say the least.
I don't know. Anyway, yeah, this sounds like a good idea.
It does.
It gives people kind of like a centralized place to
Yeah.
showcase their
Pickups.
wares.
It's like the transfer portal, but it's gonna be the free agent portal. Like cats just gonna be there doing combines and shit like that. Granted, it's not the same. I know
The
this.
transport. Anyway,
I was just grouping cats together. You know, that's all. Like a meeting spot.
I'm glad you caught it. Anyway, Lamar Odom claims that Mark Cuban kicked him in the leg while he was a member of the Mavs. I actually have a quote. Just give me 1 second to pull it up.
Why we talking about this? Why Lamar? Why we talking about this, bro?
Because he got a book out.
He got a book out talking about how Mark Cuban kicked him.
I mean, about among other things, like it just came up. He said during one homestand, I was having possibly the worst game of the season. Head coach Rick Carlisle subbed me out, and I looked for a seat near the coaches, but none were available. So I went down to the only open seat at the end of the bench, right next to Cuban. Cuban extended his right foot and kicked my shin. "Come on, motherfucker," he shouted. I was stunned. This wasn't a tap. I felt it. This was the last straw. It was painfully clear he did not respect me as a man.
I mean, if you kick someone in their shin, you go.
What the fuck is going on?
But also,
that
if
was
you
his
playing a
last shot of-
crackhead, I kind of wouldn't respect you either.
Out of Dallas?
Huh?
That was his last straw out of Dallas?
Yeah, he was like, I can't stay here. Which I think that was his last stop in the league, wasn't it?
I believe so.
I think so.
Yeah.
Shout out to Lamar Odom. He's on Dance with the Stars. My mom called and told me that.
Oh, he on there for
Yeah,
real?
yeah.
Oh, what?
Yep. So was
that's fine.
Meredith. So was Meredith from The Office, and Camaro. If you watch Queer Eye for the Straight Guy on Netflix, so I was like, I actually might have to look because I like they got some little people I'm interested
I remember
in.
when it was on Real World. In World Cup update, Spain defeated Argentina for the gold medal, and France won bronze. The U.S. finished 7th. So, but they qualified for the World Cup, so that's all that really matters.
They took 2 L's and finished 7th.
They did.
That's a wild drop.
No,
It's
really.
2 L's.
They lost.
You can't have that many. Yeah.
NXT on USA starts September 18th, which when you're listening to this is either today, yesterday, or the day before. So check it out.
I'm gonna check it out.
NXT.
They be,
Moose.
man, it be lit, dog.
Shout out to everyone that played week 2 in our FanDuel league. I think we have all 15 spots filled.
What if Cam played?
I'll be forgetting, goddammit. I did not
literally
know until
text you.
Sunday morning. I was already at church.
She texted you.
And I was like, yeah, she did. And I still ain't. I ain't shit.
Yeah, don't be trying to lie.
I
Don't be
wasn't
trying
for the
to
lie. I just said I forgot didn't shit.
You started the lie.
I wasn't for the lie.
started
I was like the only time that I
Now you're lying. Now you're lying about lying.
I said I did. Motherfuckers know I ain't play.
Anywho,
Yeah, that's it. So let's go into Blow the Whistle.
Blow the whistle. Blow the whistle.
Mine real quick. I'm blowing the whistle on Green Bay radio station WIXX because they edited Lizzo's "Truth Hurts." There's a line about she got a new man on the Minnesota Vikings. They bleep out Minnesota Vikings, which is some petty ass shit. It's petty though.
it's petty.
Like
But then again, they took out Wiz Khalifa's whole part on this one radio station for his song. With
Black
Charlie
and Yellow?
Puth. Huh?
Wait, what?
Wiz Khalifa, they took out his entire verse on the one song he had on the Fast and Furious movie. So I was listening to a radio station. All they had playing was a chorus.
Oh,
They cut out his entire verse. And all he had was a chorus. That's how I feel like that's what they did there.
no, they took it out
mean,
because
they're-
it's the Minnesota Vikings in Green Bay.
Yeah, they were playing the Vikings too that week. So
Yeah. No, I think. Well, I don't know, but yeah. Don't be petty. Like I got the Drake ban because he was like actively rooting against our team, but she ain't got nothing to do with this. Like,
Drake was being pompous too,
fuck Drake.
according to us. Yes.
Anyway, that's all I got. Stop being petty. Take top 5.
5, 4,
3.
2.
1.
Tech Top 5.
Oh no.
Did you post the poll?
He did.
I think I won.
I'll put a poll up
You voted.
like Thursday.
Yeah, you did.
You be like the first one to vote.
Yeah,
every time.
because I get a notification, so I just go like, let me skew this a little bit.
Yeah, I think I won this week.
Congratulations.
What was the topic?
What did we do last week?
Movie series.
franchise.
Movie
Yeah,
franchises.
There you go.
All right, so movie franchises. Shout out to Camille. You won.
Congratulations.
Clap, clap, clap. Snap, snap, snap.
Shout out to Mike who said Revenge of the Nerds would be on his list.
That was a series.
Yeah.
like
I think I
three
only
of them.
seen one. Is 3 of them for real? I didn't even know there was that many.
I didn't know it was one of them. Really?
I seen one.
I've never seen them, but this week's Tech Top 5
Ooh.
are our favorite, not the best,
Yeah,
but our
favorite.
personal favorite
Favorites.
HBO series.
Keyword our favorites.
Our favorites.
So when you vote in
Keep
the
that in
poll,
mind.
you can still vote for whichever list you think is best. But
Yeah.
this isn't us listing
The
who
best.
we think what we think the best series are. It's just our personal favorite.
Yeah, so don't come back. Oh, I can't believe y'all don't have this and that. No, it's our personal best.
For sure.
So again, and it's only HBO series.
Yep.
All right, so for me, I got number 5, True Blood. I used to really fuck with that show. Yeah, True Blood was shit. Number 4, I got Insecure. Number 3, I got Happily Ever After. You remember those?
No, I do not.
Oh, it was like little
do
black
not- I do not.
cartoons. Like it was the shit. Like it was a bunch of like the fairy tales and shit like that. But it was for black kids. It was all black cartoons. It was dope shit. Number 2, I got Boardwalk Empire, and number 1, I have The Sopranos.
Sopranos was dope.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Tony Soprano.
I want to hear that. I thought Tim was gonna have. At 5,
Yeah,
I've got Chernobyl. which was really dope. 4,
I wanted to watch that.
you should. Like I was saying before, the show is like super heavy. So like I'll watch an episode and be like, I can't watch another one right now because it's like long and really it's really well done though. Like I highly recommend it. 4, Entourage. Like that was actually like one of my favorites for the longest.
Yeah, mine too.
But
They fell off though.
they did. Like they started off so hot, and then by the end of it, like I was hate watching that show.
I was just like, no, this
It was just like
trash.
I gotta finish it because I started it, but it's like I do not want to watch.
I'm ending up doing
that
that with The Walking Dead.
That's what I've heard. 3, this is Tim's Real Sex.
Yeah, see, I thought Tim was going.
Ah!
I thought he was going real sick, sir.
Wait, was the Bunny Ranch on that one too?
Yeah,
Damn, that was my shit.
Oh, the Bunny Ranch was funny, yo.
Dog, it was so many. It was like new adventures every day.
Yeah, the Bunny Ranch was funny. Bunny Ranch definitely was funny.
2, I've got Insecure, and 1, Game of Thrones.
There you have it.
I never watched The Wire or Sopranos, so I can't have that on. Or
Me
Curb.
Me neither.
Like they're on my list, but I haven't got to them.
Or Game of Thrones.
Millie?
My list number 5, I have Boardwalk Empire. Number 4, Insecure. Number 3, The Wire.
The Wire?
Never seen
If
it.
the second season of The Wire wasn't so bad, it'd be higher. But I really did not like that second season.
I don't know what they was trying to switch up for.
Me either. Like, I hated that season on the doc. I don't care about no docs.
They switched it up.
Like, the first season was so cracking, and then you go to the docs. Come on, man. But they redeemed themselves after that. Number 2, I have Sex and the City. And then number 1, I have The Sopranos. Sex and the City is an awesome show.
Awesome.
I haven't seen it.
Although, I also want to just say, if you have watched Sex and the City, I want to say that Carrie is a terrible person. And her and Mr. Big deserve each other because she didn't. Yeah.
I told Sam we're gonna have to watch it because we watched the movie. I watched the movie the other day, and she kind of came in and was like, "What are you watching?" Like Sex and the City. And she was
The
like,
movies are great. The movies are
Yeah,
really
I
like
fuck
when the
with the
movies
movie.
came out. It was really cool to come back and see all of them on the big screen. Like it was a fun night. We had like a girls' night and went to iPick when that was still open. Had some drinks.
Sex and
That's like
City.
the opposite of the Entourage movie. That shit was
Yeah,
unnecessary.
garbage.
I watched that
Exactly.
too.
I was like, y'all could have just did this on TV.
Right.
goddammit.
Like, it was definitely like only
the final
like
episode.
2/3 filler.
Yeah,
Like, it was
exactly.
like this could have been. This was just a drawn out episode,
Hey,
That's what I said. It's like a final episode.
yeah, absolutely.
but they already had a final episode, which was
Didn't make
terrible, but
exactly.
it wasn't improved by having the movie. Anyway, sorry, Ken.
Turtle, that's my dude. Number 5, Curb Your Enthusiasm, and number 5, that show is hilarious. If y'all haven't seen it or heard of it, definitely Google it. It's funny.
I'm gonna check it out, man.
Yeah, it's funny. 4, Oz. 3, Insecure. 2, The Sopranos. 1, The Wire. And there you have it.
I'm not mad at that. I gotta watch some of these shows.
Yeah,
Game of Thrones just I tried again and
hard.
that's a
rough.
hard show to watch.
it is. It's rough.
I only seen one episode, and apparently it's a lot of people's favorite.
I got through
Like, you
3,
gotta-
and it was rough.
Oh,
You gotta pay attention to pay attention.
Like, yeah, because sometimes you watch TV and you be on your phone. Like Game of Thrones, you can't do that shit. Like, you literally got to pay attention. Because I was like, no, what the fuck is going on? Like, I'm tired of rewinding back. Like, I'm not finna keep doing it. Like, I'm not finna keep doing this shit.
I was sitting there Googling recaps. Like, that's too much. Too many names.
I think I've said this before to y'all off mic, but like you basically like you have to get through the first ones so that you know what's going on because like they just kind of drop you in, you don't really know what's going on. But like once you recognize like who each character is and how they relate to other people, then like it's really good because like you realize
Yeah, I guess
like,
it's
how
lost
that
because
shit-
I'm like, okay, I don't know who you are, I don't know who this is, I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about.
like it's a bunch of white people that look the same.
yeah,
So,
and
like,
I'm just like, that's the same character, but it's a different person. You're like, yo, why? It's like, what the fuck going on? Okay, yeah, but it's confusing. I might give it a good old college try.
Spider-Man try. For sure.
anywho. Camille.
That's the show this week. We hope y'all enjoyed it. Shout out to my brothers here holding it down.
It's a long-winded one.
Yeah. Appreciate y'all.
Tim stole the rock a couple times.
I just
Tim
want to
was
score
Carlton a
one
little
time.
But yeah, if y'all enjoy what we do, make sure that you guys tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. We don't grow without y'all. Y'all did excellent last week. The listener numbers were amazing. I'm like, they actually listened to Ken and rolling down their windows and telling people to listen to Tech Vibe. So
Thank you.
y'all
I
keep
appreciate
doing
y'all.
that.
Do it.
Right. In Wisconsin, you
home
can't
from
do
the
that
scrub.
much longer, so get your shit off now.
Exactly.
Yeah, we got this extra week of summer, so use that to tell people to listen to Tech 5.
The Hulk.
If you want to follow me personally, you can catch me
Wait a minute.
on Twitter.
Kane tried to do it earlier. Yep, I'm snitching.
On Twitter, Snapchat. Yeah, that's it. At Camille Monet, CAMILEMONAE, because
Your mom is fancy.
amen.
At Bucksburner on Twitter.
That's all you get.
Goddamn right. And I realized today I only have 36 followers, so I need y'all to actually listen to me.
Go ahead.
And please follow.
Follow. Bugs Burner. Do it.
Wait,
What?
I said Bugs Burner. What
No,
did I
you
say?
didn't. You said Bugs Burner.
Oh, well, shit, it's close enough, goddamn it. Who the fuck you talking about? But everyday _ gentleman on Instagram, KHarris216 on Twitter, and Snapchat.
And it's your boy TIMKINZ, the number 3, aka Ask Ketchum, aka Mr. Give It To Me.
Mr. Booty Hole.
What?
Finger slipped a little bit. We'll see y'all next week. Dilly dilly.
Why are we talking about booty holes?
This has been a presentation of the Break Media.